Dove Network welcomes you to the following presentation of Double Dropkick Podcast.
Let's try that again. I was muted. Heavy way to start this program. Never usually does that pop on here. Rest in peace, Mongo. It's one of the baddest man on the planet. Funny wrestler. Clumsy at times in the ring, but a four horseman nonetheless, and spectacular on the mic. Rest in peace, and our condolences from the DAB Network and Double Dropkick Podcast to his family. We'll see him again. We got a packed show. Packed show. You guys know it is. It is Saturday night, DDK night, right here on the DAB Network. We are so glad that you're with us. Hey, 3 weeks off. Had to get the health in line. Had to get all that stuff ready to go. But we're ready to go. We're ready to kick it off. Let's kick off DDK Saturday night. right, welcome in my co-host, Mr. Ethan Thompson. What is up, buddy?
Welcome back, bro.
Hey, man.
Welcome back.
Let's hit it. You ready to kick it off, man? You had a good 3 weeks?
I feel like we've missed so much, but yet so little. It's
yeah.
You know, but I can say for me, you know, I'm having a glorious week, glorious weekend. Pipes are clear.
Great Friday?
Yeah, pipes are clear. Everything is trending upwards.
There you go, man. My Ethan's back, right? That's what I want to make sure of.
100%.
My Ethan is back because it's DDK Saturday night. We're ready for all you guys. The comments are just going wild tonight. We are ready for you. We had some drama in this hobby we'll get to. We also have a great guest for tonight. And I do believe his helicopter with him has landed. Bring him on here in just a few minutes. He is now getting makeup on because I understand he is too gorgeous of a man to put on this program without making him a little bit ugly with a little bit of makeup. So we'll just check it out. I'm going to come on here. There, Josh Cook, Jay-Z Figz to bring on from Instagram. Got a great following on there. Great guy to follow.
We had to bring his looks down just a little bit though, because you know,
got to.
handsome man, man. I'm telling you,
got to. I
Definitely
mean,
I'm Crush Monday.
I mean, my days are gone. My days of being and big and powerful. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old, man. Those days in college when I was number 10 in your program and going over to West Virginia and letting all them fat girls in West Virginia know that Pittsburgh was a place playing ball. Whew, I miss those days.
Unfortunately, I got to rely on personality. You know, I'm not winning any looks contests, so you know, I got to go that route. You know, but it works.
And then we got a great second hour on the program, WrestleMania 41.
Did you cast this? Did you cast this for just the day of DDK and beautiful people?
Yes, all bald, man, good-looking guys, beefed up guys.
I was just starting to feel okay about myself, you know, had a good Friday, everything like that. And you bring these people on, and I'm like, damn it. You just knocked me back down again.
That's right. Because you know I am KED. Thompson, we're going to welcome in a great guest here. He is fabulous on Instagram. He is also a veteran. We're going to give him a salute up for that. He is into belts. He is into toys. He is into gaming. He is into figures. And he is into DDK Saturday nights. That's why he's here, the place to be with nearly 2,000 subs. We are almost there. And only 8 months of being on the program. We're rocking it. This belt hobby, this program is for you, and about the belt hobby. And you guys make sure you comment and be a part of the show because this show is for you. Absolutely. Let's now bring in our guest. He is ready in the back room. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please hold your wives down. Hold all those guys that like to go into... Well, there's a couple of them we know from some other things that might be a couple of those little other shows that might like him. I do know he is a main feature this month, the main feature in the calendar this month at the penitentiary in San Juan. So we want to make sure that we give him a shout out for that.
Not only that, before he comes on, when he gets on, if you think he's absolutely beautiful too, you know what you guys do? Take 2 seconds out, hit that like and subscribe button. Because what it does is shows us some love, but it also shows us how beautiful our guest is.
Absolutely. You got to. Please pause right now. Go down the scroll down that comments right now. Just hit the like button. That's all I like. If you like us at the end of the show, subscribe. But it is a mandatory that you comment during the show and be a part of it. Your questions asked for our guest here. So let's bring on our main guest right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Josh Cook, J.C. Figz.
pre-fan. I had to pre-fan it. You know,
What's up, guys?
I had to make sure my daughter's not watching.
It's the mustache
I had to make sure my daughter's not watching this episode because she's 20 and I just
You got it. And look, he even put the belt in. Now the disclaimer. This disclaimer. He loves having kids, so I think he's got 13 of them in the house, and he said he can't control them. We tried to bribe them with the new toys, but they wouldn't. So they're going to run all in and everything, and we love that. Because this show is not anything serious. We love to have a good time. We love to have fun. We love unexpected things. So if a kid runs by butt naked with a diaper, that's okay. On cue.
right there.
That's on cue. That's on cue.
Right.
Did you get that $100 I told you to go get out of your dad's wallet?
Did you get the $100?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Got to do it. Got to do it. As we get into this comment, this interview, Josh, I want to take a time for you to say hello to so many that are watching tonight around the world. We've got them from Australia, UK. Hey, there's some checking in on Russia, Italy, the UK. We got them down there in South Africa again. We got them in Pakistan, Malaysia, Canada, United States, and down there in the good old, what is that? Down there, way down there in Mexico, there's one blipping up. Guatemala, maybe?
It's probably one of my fans. That's probably what that is.
Are they watching us down there? Are they watching us down there for him?
Yeah. Little Rosarita's down there flipping some tortillas right now. So
yeah. So the first question is when you were in Playgirl for the penitentiary, how did that go?
Oh, it went great. Just a little shirtless pictures. Sometimes I wore the old Ranger panties so they can see the legs a little bit.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
He loves legs. He likes looking at legs, but he doesn't work out his legs. So
hey, we got a lot of guys that watch that are deployed right now overseas, including AD Terry. Wish you all good things and come back safe. But if you guys have to kick some, drop it on them and bring it home, baby. That's what we like. Richard Ward, how you doing, buddy? How's it going on the program? Let's say hello to everybody. Platinum Swords, welcome back. Yes, 3 weeks. Had to get my health in line. Had to do some experimental stuff. Strap me in a chair, find out what my brain's made of because I am more stupid than AOC. Here we are, Andy Bulger. Oh, that's a little political. I'm sorry. Andy Bulger from not Double Dropkick, from Spanning the Globe podcast. How you doing there, buddy? Christopher Rains. There we go. We also got this packaged open in the second half hour. This was sent to me, and open on Double Dropkick podcast on your next episode. So we're going to open that in the second half hour. Got to stay tuned for that as well. That's going to be a fun time. Christopher Rains. Hello. How you doing there, buddy?
I can't believe it's been 3 weeks. You got Kevin just going under the needle, just getting this stuff done. Me, I'm over here. You know how they say to get over a woman is to get under another one. So I'm just taking that full force and just we're doing it. We're doing it big on DDK.
Oh my! Outside, how you doing? Love that barn picture. As we are here on the Daybreak Farm. Welcome in. Make sure you are subbed for the program because when we get to 2,000, we got another belt giveaway. Once we get to 2,000. You know how great that was. Laverty, he's the one that sent me the package. Hope he's doing good. I'm in this house. If you're in this house, I hope the murderer's not in there.
Got some good Wi-Fi.
Dorothy Cook, welcome into the program. How are you doing? I wonder if that's in relation to the Playgirl guy we got here on the screen.
Right?
It is.
She's got to keep tabs because somebody obviously would want to move in real quick to the internet.
Hey, did we just let the cat out of the bag? How you fund your belt purchases? I mean, it is what it is. Platinum Swords, Deuce Legends, a great review channel. Check him out as well. Hey, Jim, good evening. Love that picture right there. Belts are what it's all about and the memories they bring. Yes, it's going to be a great Saturday night. Hi, broski. Ooh, I think that's for you. I know that's not for me and Ethan. That is for you.
Right?
I told you to watch Independent. We are the main sponsor of New York Penitentiary Network. We love all them guys out there that are watching. Let's hope this is some pictures from those guys in there. Woo, I'm excited. Hope everybody's going good, but someone getting good. Tina T, welcome in. Jay-Z Figz fan here. Awesome. Welcome in. Hope you are going to be a fan of this program afterwards.
Nice puppy.
We're excited to have you. Love the picture there. Please pet that doggy. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Great time there. As we say hello to more people in the program, we want to talk about you. I came across you about 4 months ago and have been watching you from a distance, stalker-like. I only park outside of your houses on Sunday mornings, just so you know. But
I live in the bushes.
I was feeding the dogs as they came out. I was throwing them treats.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, no, I came on with volume. I don't know. We're experimenting with some new things with StreamYard and OBS, and I think I crossed something over there and it didn't come on. So sorry about that. No audio. You see how far behind we are in the comments, man. Kayfabe, what's going on? There we go. You're back. See, our fans don't miss anything. I shouldn't say fans. Our community, they're not fans. They're the community. This is
our peoples.
So I've been watching you for a good while on there. Let's start at the beginning. When did the love of wrestling for you start? Not just did it all start for the same? Because we know you're into figures and you love figures and things like that. Yeah. But when did your love for wrestling start? And what was the first memories that you had?
When I was a kid, I don't really remember exactly what age, but the first match, I was born in 1990, but the first match that I remember was Yokozuna versus Undertaker.
Do you know that was your dad?
Huh?
That's your dad.
My dad.
That's your dad.
Yeah,
Dad. Well, we just dropped the ball that you did Playgirl magazine, so your dad's going to be mad that he didn't get to share that money.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So you said Yokozuna?
Yeah, Yokozuna and Undertaker. I think that was like 92 and 93.
Royal Rumble?
Wait, outside is me.
I'm not sure exactly how I remember that because I was born in 1990, but that was my first or my earliest memory of wrestling. And I just continued to watch it from then on up until probably like 2009. I stopped for a long time until AEW came in 2019.
That's me, bro moment. Yeah. That's me.
That's you? Okay.
I'm outside.
So I stopped watching wrestling for almost 10 years, I guess. Then I got back into it when AEW came out.
10 years? What was the I mean, that's a long time to
yeah.
I guess that was me after the Attitude Era. After the Attitude Era, I was kind of like, where are we going here?
2009, that's like when I graduated high school. So after that, I just stopped watching. I was just busy, trying to work and do all that stuff. So
I got you.
2020 or 2019 is almost when I got out of the Army. I got out in 2020, but I started watching it in 2019 when AEW came out.
Stephen Hammer, as you know, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know well him.
Oh yeah,
good guy, good dude. So when did the love for belts kick out? Was that as soon as a kid you started the love of belts and had the itch like we did?
No, the belts came after the figures. So the figures came.
I'll take a look.
While I was in the Army, my wife bought me a Hulk Hogan action figure for some reason. I don't know why. And it was like one of the rubber ones that you can like pull. They were like the Stretch Armstrong.
Nice.
And I was just like, oh, that's cool. And then like we went to a flea market and I found another one and I was like, oh, the defining moments. That looks really cool. I'm gonna get that one. And then it just kind of snowballed from there.
All right. I think you're gonna have another stalker right down here. He says he wants.
There's some competition on the screen. Platinum
competition.
Bring it.
Bruh moment. That's the second time somebody said that. Is that an inside thing? Bruh moment.
I don't know.
Is that something?
That's what I do. Bruh
kids and
bruh moment. So what was your first replica belt, or what was your first belt? Did you make any as a kid, or did you get the first belts for like the
my first belts when I was a kid was like the foam WWF. I had the purple IC, the foam purple IC belt when I was a kid, and then the Big Eagle. And then the first replica belt I got was the Figz Inc. spinner, and that was a cool belt, but I ended up selling it after a while. And then I didn't really get into belts again until a few years later. And then I got like a Figz Inc. ECW. And then I would just dabble every once in a while. If I found one like on sale really cheap, I would get it.
Gotcha.
So
And those were you said the Figures Inc. belts, right?
yeah, those were the old Figz Inc. The
What
2mm ECW.
What did you think when you first got them?
Like,
what was your first that you hold?
I always wanted the spinner.
Oh, so you thought they were cool when you first got them, right?
Oh yeah, I thought they were awesome. Yeah,
interesting. Because the first thing I got them, I was
back, in the 2000s, I was like, oh man, this thing spins. That's awesome.
Outside of the spinner, what was the other one you said you got besides the spinner?
ECW, the Figz Inc. ECW.
Did you look at them and be like, because I got them and I was like, what the holy trash is this mess, man? This thing's like the stiffest crap. This looks like nothing on TV, man. I was ready to throw it in the dumpster.
I was excited. I was like, this is awesome. I loved it. But
see, he's grateful. I was just a brat, I guess. I was like, crap. I hope you like my stash. I grew it just for tonight for our guest. Just for our guest tonight. Because it itches like crap. And I've been sitting in the past 2 weeks from laying in the bed, growing it, and doing this all night.
Eating it.
And then you get and then I hate the ones that are in there that kind of grow like they're well, you got a kid in there that are just straight and hard. They're just ding like this, and then again you hit them. You're like, it's like what's that problem in there? Like, it doesn't want to curve. It didn't want to be like the natural. It just wants to be like, I'm growing right here for you.
I don't have that problem. Too much test.
Wait a minute. I have no problem with testosterone now. I have no problem with testosterone. No soy milk in this refrigerator at all. At all. So those first belts that you got, were they around 2001, 2002? Were that the first time you Figz, or when?
2019, 2019, 2020.
What? Okay, we got to stop because every time the kid sees it, he even knows what bra moment is. What is? Tell us, young buck. What is bra moment?
What is it?
Funny moments.
Funny moment.
Funny moments. Funny moments.
That's me.
All right. So every time we see something funny, we got to say it's a bra moment.
Yeah, you got you got to stop. When they say something, be like, "Brah."
Bruh, stop.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm 49.
It's kind of a West Coast thing. It's kind of a West Coast thing, though.
We were saying all snap when we grew up. That's what we were saying. All snap. So those first belts that you got, did you still have those first belts that you collected?
Oh no, I got rid of those a long time ago. No, I ended up selling them, but then, like I said, I would buy, belts that I came across that were really cheap. And then eventually, I moved on to like WWE shop belts, but I never really paid full price for any of the belts I bought. I always waited until they were on sale. I'd look on Mercari or eBay or one of the belt groups. So I'm like, I'm not paying that much money for those. So
see, this is the same thing. Nat17 says, "Receive my Crumb Rind figure now from Figures Inc. So disappointing. Nothing like the picture on TV. I got it and I was like, who is this made in a China sweatshop? Just it was flat thing. I was like, did 10-year-old kids make this thing? And I mean, it was just so flat. There was no definition to it.
Right here, this is the Figz Inc.
Oh, now they're collectible items. I wouldn't mind to have one then. Now, because they're collectible.
This was the first belt that I releathered is this one. So
let's get you up on.
The leather came out nice though.
So that's the Figures. That's one from.
Yes. There. See that?
Yes. Because I bent mine just pulling out of the box.
Yeah.
Where did you get your nameplate down there? That
FiguresToyCompany.com.
Figures Toy Company. I tell people to use them, but also people all the time they go, "Hey man, where can I get? Hey Dad, where can I get a trophy style nameplate?" I was like, trophy style. Let's think about it a little bit. Trophy style. Right. Like, you think a trophy store will have one? I was like, there you go. Yes. Right. Guys out there, a trophy store can just about make you anything, man. Go to your local trophy store if you want something cool to go on there. That'll work for them. And this, that, and the other. So when did collecting start to be a thing to where, it starts to where, I got the itch and I got to have more of these belts?
For the belts, I guess it started about 2 years ago. Like when we first bought our house, I finally had room to display stuff.
Right.
So I just started buying more and more belts. Like I said, whenever I saw them on sale, I would get them. And then I would just collect whatever I thought was cool at the time. But now I'm trying to narrow my collection down. I'm trying to focus on like Attitude Era, WCW, UFC, or MMA. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. Because before I was just buying anything that I saw. I was like, oh, that's sick. I want to get that. So I had to really like narrow my collection down because it was getting out of control.
All right.
Had too much stuff.
All right. Are you a person that likes quality over something, or is it just do you like more of the belts, or do you like quality? Are you starting to get into that thing to where, I see a lot of people,
but I'm not. I don't want to pay like $1,000 for a belt because I got kids, I got a wife.
I get it. Yeah,
my ass if I'm paying that much money.
Yeah, you can't have them. They can't have them bra moments, can you? Yeah. No. See, told you, bra moments. Not with kids. Did you order the little guy did you pre-order him the Nintendo Switch too?
No, he doesn't really play. The only game he really plays is Minecraft.
And Roblox.
Did you take him to the new movie?
Yes, that was a good movie.
Can you explain what the why are people destroying our local theaters for the chicken? What does that mean?
Chicken.
Yeah, tell me about that. Why do people have to destroy everything? What's the chicken fight mean, or whatever? What does that mean?
Because it's just famous.
It's famous. So every time I see it, I'm supposed to go wild and throw popcorn and throw food everywhere and stuff, right?
And jinx, like why? And they say chicken jockey at the same time.
Gotcha.
What?
Like chicken jockey.
Oh, they say chicken jockey.
And they say
chicken jockey. So if I come over to your house and watch the Minecraft movie, I can bring my popcorn and throw it everywhere, saying chicken jockey and throw everything everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would do that too because I did that at my local theaters.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
He just told on himself. He just told that. He's like, no, you did.
No, you did not.
We know you did. We know you did. Your dad just. The local Cinemaplex down there is like, JC, we're sending him the bill right now.
Right.
So you got into that, into the collecting style, and you got it. When did you decide that you wanted to start releathering belts? Is this something that you're a venture that's on your own, or do you do it for others?
So when I started, honestly, I didn't really understand why people would pay for like a releather, seeing how they, the belts just sit on the shelf. I was like, man, I would never pay for a releather because I don't do anything with these belts. But then I was just like, well, you know what? Maybe I can actually make some money while I'm collecting this stuff. So I'm gonna try and releather some. So like I said, the first one was this Figz Inc. back here, and I watched who was it? I think it was Colin Cook. He has some YouTube videos of releathering belts. I think it was him. Something like that.
Hold on.
And I was watching his YouTube videos, and I learned from him. And then I reached out to Kevin O'Keefe because he does really good leather work. Yeah.
Good guy.
And he helped me out a lot towards the end of my releathering of that belt there. So he helped me out a lot with the tooling and stuff because some of the leather guys, the bigger names, they will not give out any information at all. Like I've reached out to them and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't give that." I was just like, "What tool is that you're using on the snap box? What's the name of that tool?" They're like, "Oh, we're not giving that name out." I was like, "It's a tool. It's everywhere. I just want to know what it is." But it's not like a custom tool. Like I've seen it before, but.
That seems to be the thing in the leather community that they don't do that. But you go to the stoning community and the restoning community, it's completely opposite. Everybody shares everything. But I do know there's a great guy that's been on the program that's done some stuff for us and done some stuff for this program. That if you ever Mendoza Craft, if you reach out to him, he'll tell you anything. He's a good guy. He's he's a good friend of this guy right next to me here, Ethan. He'll let you know or help you in any way. The guy, he's not going to be like that. And shame on guys for doing that.
Yeah, he hooked me up with a stamp for a really cheap price recently. Yeah, he's a good guy.
See, there he told you. Yeah, he is a good guy. He did our releather for a belt and the stuff when we did our giveaway belt. He was the releather guy and got the plates from his guy pinfall title belts.
Yeah.
Got his stuff. So are you doing leather work for people? If people hit you up and say, hey, can you do my leather work? Or are you like not there yet?
I've had a lot of people message me about doing leather work, but I just don't have time to take on commissions. And I know that there's been leather workers and belt makers that have just taken on way too much, and they just end up imploding. And they, they fail, and they owe people money. And I'm like, So I just I do a belt, and then I sell off one belt, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna re-leather another one, then I'll sell that one. So
there you go. There you go. There you go.
I can work at my own pace. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. O'Keefe said he was happy to help you, man.
And then I got
a baby,
a 4-month-old upstairs.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Yes.
Are you happy to? Is that the only little one you got? Little brother or sister? Is that the only brother or sister you got?
Yes.
Are you happy with the new brother or sister in the house? Or are you like,
You happy?
Yeah, you got to protect them. You're the number one job now to protect that little one outside of the house when they go to school.
Because that baby laughs like so much.
Does? Oh, that's a good thing then.
Laughs like at nothing.
Oh, that's a good thing. But it's going to be your job when they start going to school to protect it. You're the one that's got to protect up and stand up for him and make sure he's okay.
That's right.
And if guys like this guy say hello, do you want a lollipop? You got to say nope, no lollipop from me.
No lollipops.
Yeah.
Stranger danger, right? Stranger
danger. Bra moment. Get out of here.
And then I'll slap them in the face. Bra moment.
Yeah. Bra moment. I like it. I thought the video that I used to watch. Oh, that's cool. I got you. So let's talk about when did your love for toy figures and the toys and wrestling figures, when did all that stuff start out? And then how did you get involved to where you've got the relationship you do with Figz Toy Company and the code that you got? Because we're going to give that code for people that want to use that. But tell how that relationship worked out and how you got into the love of figures and when that started.
Yeah, so like I said, my wife bought me my first figure when I was in the Army. Then when I was over in Kuwait, that's when Storm Collectibles released the Hulk Hogan figures. And I saw those online while I was over there. I was like, damn, those are really cool. So I bought a couple of those. And then again, it just escalated from there. I just kept getting more figures. And actually 2019, 2020, that's when the figure game was really blowing up. Because of COVID, everyone was at home. So people started buying more and more action figures. That's when I should have started my YouTube channel, but I didn't because I felt like I needed a good background because all the YouTubers have a really cool background with all their figures displayed. Right. And at the time I didn't have that. So I was like, I don't want to do it. So I didn't do that. And I just ended up collecting and then sticking with Instagram and just taking pictures of figures and stuff. And then, yeah. And then with Figz Toy Company, I actually reached out to Ringside Collectibles first, and they would not give me a code. And they were like, no, we're not giving you a code and whatever. I was like, what? Because I promoted them for years, without anything. I was like, oh, shop at Ringside. I would share all this stuff. They wouldn't give me a code. I was like, man. Yeah.
Oh, the crowds don't like that. Yeah.
So then because of that, I set out on a mission. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get sponsored by as many other people as I can. So then I partnered with Figz Toy Company was the first one. I partnered with them. And then it was then I got affiliated with Amazon, Entertainment Earth.
Nice.
Mattel Creations, WWE Shop. So now I'm partnered with all those companies. And I'm just like, well, Ringside only gives their affiliates or partners, I guess, they only give them one free figure a quarter. They get no commission at all. Figz Toy Company, you get commission. WWE Shop, you get commission. Mattel Creations, you get commission, I believe, from Mattel Creations.
Hey, Figz Toy Company, double dropkick on the line here. Hey, we've done some collabs. Hit me up now.
Yeah, Ringside is the only one that gives no commission. It's crazy.
I won't ask for anything except for people that watch the show. Give them a discount. I don't want nothing. I don't want no money, no nothing. I don't want no YouTube money. Nope. I want everything for the people that support this show.
Yeah.
But that's killer. And how is the relationship gone with them and these partners that you work with?
Oh, it's been great. I've made, a decent amount, not enough to live off of course. I've made a
Right.
decent amount from WWE Shop and Figures Toy Company. Not as much from like Entertainment Earth because they don't have as much wrestling figures on there. And usually they're
Bro
all
moment right
full
here.
by the time they're in stock on Entertainment Earth.
Bro moment right here. Bro moment. Bro moment.
That Logan. Ooh.
Bro
Bro
moment.
moment. Bro moment right here. Yeah. So
People's
I want to
champ.
tell before we move on to that, I wanted to tell the people about because I didn't know the discounts for the other one when I was doing my research for the show. But we want to make sure everybody goes to Instagram, JC_Figz. If you just type in JC Figz, you'll get it, or Josh Cook, you'll come up with it. But we do know the code JC Figz, JCFIGZ works at Figures Toy Company.
Yes.
And it does work at ENT Earth and Red Con 1. And who are the other discounts that you got for at WWE Shop?
WWE Shop, but you have to use the affiliate link, which is on my Instagram as well.
On your okay, all right. And is there anyone else that's the code, or everybody? All the links are on there for everybody to see, right?
Yes.
Okay. So guys, make sure you do that. Help the guy out. Help you. You see the little guy that I know took $100 out of his wallet already. So go put some money back into the wallet.
Right.
When you use something, support somebody. Just use a code that helps the guy. That helps supports the guy, and then it gives back to the community that does things like this. And he does a great job on Instagram, and that's pretty cool too. Ethan, you got something for him on the figure side of it before we move on to other stuff?
Not more on the social media side. So, where was the springboard for your social media idea? Just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna just jump into this kind of full board.
So it started off with Instagram, and I just wanted to take pictures of figures, really. So I was like, so I was on like Facebook groups, and I saw the figure pages on Facebook. So that's where it started. And then I saw people taking pictures of their figures. At first, I started off. You're welcome, O'Keefe. At first, I started off as a mock collector, so I kept them all in the box. But then eventually, I was like, I opened up one, and I was like, oh man, this thing is really nice. So then I opened up another one, and then eventually they're all open except for like the rare ones are like 1 of 1,000 or whatever. Those stay in the box. But then the social media, like Instagram, I started taking pictures of them. I thought it was cool how people like pose them. Like I didn't like play with them like I did when I was a kid, but I'd set them up and then take pictures of them. And I thought that was cool, so I became a figure photographer. But the funny thing is what people seem to like the most on Instagram isn't the figure photography. It's like when I post a picture of Walmart shelves, I get like 500 likes. Oh, there's Walmart shelves. Like,
no crap.
I want some of those figures. But then I'm like, man, I spent all this time
Take some pictures.
this picture up, and nobody really cares.
I got you.
But the Walmart picture and the Target picture, everybody loves that. So
they're just I'm going to Target.
yeah, they're like, wow, I wish my Walmart looked like that, or I wish my thing looked like that.
But I don't. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. Well, you probably missed the days. I mean, you did have the Toys R Us days growing up, but you missed the days in the 80s when you would go to Toys R Us, or you'd go to Kmart, or you'd go to Rose's, and man, you'd go to the toy aisle, and it was just like an explosion of stuff. You didn't have to worry about not getting something. Right. I mean, it would be 15 of the Boba Fett figures. It would be the Millennium Falcons, 10 deep on the shelf. Everything was full and stocked. I mean, the height of the toys and the era that we got, I think in the 80s and 90s, I wish those days would come back. I wish Toys R Us would come back. I think we're the generation, ours and now yours, that are falling back to people still collect things. And people often ask, he's like, why do you get these belts? Why do you get these figures? I said, because when I look at them, it takes me right back to that kid walking into Toys R Us with all those toy aisles. I instantly remember that match. I instantly remember that feeling. I instantly remember being with my parents that are both gone, or my brother that's now gone. Those are the feelings and why I have these things, the memories that they give me. Expand for you. Why do you have the love of the belts and the figures and the toys?
Yeah. Well, I just think they're really cool looking. I didn't have a whole lot growing up, I had some figures. The first wrestling figures I had was like the LJN figures, even though I was born in 1990. I never really got into the Hasbros. I started with the LJNs, so those were my first introduction to wrestling figures. And like you said, it brought me back to like my childhood, especially like the Hulk Hogan's and the Macho Mans and like the old school guys like that, Stone Colds. And now I have a whole lot of bone crushing action figures and the WCW Toy Biz figures from the 90s as well. So those all bring me back to my childhood.
All right. This is one of my favorite pictures that you've got on there. These two icons. These were the two guys that I think personified arrogance and being cool, and the NWO brought that. I think the NWO kind of started, in my opinion, the heel is cool. Yeah. Now I grew up in the era of the NWA, Mid-Atlantic, and the Four Horsemen, but nobody liked them growing up. They all hated them. And I remember meeting Flair, and I remember my Aunt Iron in the conversation. I think I've told this before. When I met Iron, and I looked right at him, he was signing a picture for me. I was like, I hated you growing up. I absolutely despised you. And he looked up and he goes, that's refreshing to hear. He says, so many people come up here and kiss my butt. I don't know. I didn't have these fans when I was on it. It's like they were throwing pennies and nickels and everything else. Wow. And I was like, well, that's just a testament to your craft of what you did. And he says, I really appreciate that. And I think the NWO and Hogan turning made it cool to like a heel. Because look at what they're doing with they're trying to I think the heel stuff needs to kind of go away, calling somebody a heel and a babyface, because you got people loving heels. They like Dominic Mysterio and he's over like anything. And I think because of kayfabe going away and people seeing how great of a guy Dominic Mysterio is, even though I think his wrestling is limited, he's a spectacular human being and so kind to the fans.
Right.
And when you got John Cena trying to be a heel, and it's just not working for him either. People love him too. But I think NWO kicked that off for the heel days. Was there anybody growing up for you that you were like, I can't stand you because they did such a great job?
Not really, no, because in WCW, like you said, NWO was so cool. So that was my first like introduction to a heel, I guess, that I like understood, because like I was 8 years old in '98, right?
Right.
So I didn't really comprehend the whole heel and face thing, but I thought NWO was just awesome. And then I loved Sting too. I loved Goldberg. I didn't care who was gonna win. I liked all of them. I was like, these guys are all super cool.
Right.
So there wasn't anybody that I couldn't stand. No, there wasn't.
All right. So you grew up in did you ever get into, and going back now that we have YouTube and now that we have WWE online and all that stuff, the Vault and stuff, have you got into the NWA days and Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, where the Four Horsemen originated, and those type wrestling days, and what this program's named after, the Double Dropkick with the Rock and Roll Express? Have you ever gone back and admired some of that stuff?
So I have. I did a couple years ago. I went back and tried to watch as much 80s stuff as I could. So what I used to try and do when I would review figures is, like, if I got someone I didn't know really well, like say Don Morocco, I didn't really know him very well. So I would go back and go on the network or YouTube, and I would search up some of his matches, see what he's all about, and I'd learn as much as I could about him. I was like, damn, Don Morocco was a beast. That dude's awesome. He had a world title run. That dude was super cool.
Yep.
So I did go back and watch some of it, but I've also been going back and watching 90s wrestling because I want to relive it, I want to watch it again. So I haven't really watched as much 80s and 70s as I'd like to, but I do plan on it whenever I get time,
I got you. Is there anybody from that era that sticks out in the 80s? Like, man, I really like that guy.
Flair, of course. Of course, Flair, yeah. And then Jesse Ventura as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And anybody else during that time? Any tag team? We're trying to lead you there, buddy. We're trying to lead you here. The double drop kick. Now, come on. Any type of other people that I'm gonna kick this dude right off the program. And any other great tag teams that you'd like to mention that you were like, man, those guys are really, really good? So, Rock and Roll Express. That's right.
That's right.
What other toys and collectibles that are you into with the figures? Because we see a lot of pictures on your Instagram of the other stuff that you're into.
Well, I've dabbled in like DC, McFarlane DC, a little bit of Marvel Legends here and there. I've been getting really into like GI Joe lately, just because it kind of like brings me back. Yeah, because it brings me back to like the Army days. But again, I was born in 1990, so GI Joe was a little bit before my time. So
Right.
I did buy the compendium, the big giant book that has all the comics in it. So I read that whenever I get the chance to.
Have you watched the GI Joe cartoons or the cartoons from the
I put it
80s?
on YouTube all the time because they have it live on YouTube every day.
Show your kid. I mean, you talk about great cartoons. Voltron. Yeah, Voltron, He-Man. You want to talk about some great cartoons of the era, and the Superman cartoons, the Justice League back in the day, Thundercats. Just and I don't know if you know, but if the military stuff and explosions and big things, I don't know if I'm pretty sure you've heard of Mask, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Incredible. You got to watch that if you like explosions and big things. Okay. And it has a very, very GI Joe feel to it. Really? And I was big into it when I was growing up. Yeah. Ethan?
I got just seeing his UFC belt. I gotta test him. I gotta test him. Who's the GOAT?
Fedor Emelianenko. Yes, Fedor is the GOAT.
That's me.
Yeah. You got to watch it outside of UFC. It's not only UFC.
See, but that's the thing is like Dana White said it best. There's only one GOAT.
Who is it? Don't say John Jones.
John Jones. I'm a John Jones. I'm a John Jones fangirl.
George St. Pierre is better than John Jones.
No, like Uncle Dana said, he's like, you put John Jones in a room with anybody, Mike Tyson, anybody. There's one person walking out, and it's John Jones.
He's been champ for almost 2 years and fought one time.
Hey, he can retire. I mean, look at his record. Look at his record.
Heavyweight champ for 2 years and fought one.
Yeah.
It's so. I'm just, Fedor's good. But it's just he's top like 10.
Jones is a GOAT for sure. He is a GOAT. I can't.
Everybody seems to love your. What's up, VHS Library? How you doing, man? Welcome into the program. So I came across this, and the wife was looking at it, and she laughed at this one too.
Yeah.
The question I was like is, I'm pretty sure the wife is the wife photographing this.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she said, "You drop my baby, and there'll be no more wrestling videos for you anymore."
Pretty much, but she actually said, "I don't want to record this video."
Say what?
Come on, just do it real quick. It'll take like 5 seconds.
The kid's gonna grow up and be like, "Yeah, this was my dad." This has to be in the child's graduation video. You got it?
Oh, absolutely.
When they come off the stage or whatever, you got to be holding a picture of this up. That's my baby right there. You got to embarrass the snot out of them, man. You got to. Or if they ever do something bad in school. And I've done this. You show up with the most embarrassing picture, and it's plastered on the chalkboard. Well, it's not chalkboarding. You plastered on the board right in there, and it's left in there. They walk back in there. It's like, yeah, you keep screwing up, and I'm gonna have a picture of you every day in that classroom.
That's right.
That's the kid's high school prom entrance right there. Come on now.
That would be epic.
That was just so cool.
So many people gave me crap. They were like, "It's not 90%. It's 75%." I was like, "Steiner math. Leave me alone."
Steiner math.
I went in the Army. I didn't go to college.
The 52, the third ones, and that was cool. So of your collection now, the stuff that you have, what is your favorite figure?
Oh man, putting me on the spot. I don't know. There's too many. Come
on, you gotta pick something.
My favorite figure out of all of them, like not just wrestling.
Yeah, let's do non-wrestling first. What's your favorite non-wrestling figure?
Non-wrestling is the Storm Collectibles Shao Kahn. That thing is so cool.
You see how he says, "I don't know," but you ask him, and he's like, "Boom!" He spits it right out.
That one, yeah, it's just on another level. It's crazy.
I got you.
Yeah.
And of your wrestling figures, what's something like maybe even right now? Maybe it's not your all-time, but just something hot that you like. Somebody says a figure, or you can tell me what's your favorite figure.
Oh, my favorite figure probably, and it's not like a posable figure, but it's the Unmatched Fury Hulk Hogan, the one where he's ripping his shirt off and he has the belt on. That one.
That is cool.
Well, my wife actually got me that one. That's my favorite one.
You seem to be a good Hogan fan, are you?
Yes.
Yes, Transformers cartoon. That's the epic of the 80s. Yes, I forgot. I don't know why I forgot the Transformers. Yes. Yeah, I'm a big Hulk Hogan fan. I was a big Hulk Hogan fan when I was a kid growing up. I mean, this was my original thing from when I was a kid. Threw him all over the ring.
Right here.
Yeah, and I think it's I don't like the hate that he now gets. I don't like the stuff that he's getting. I'm like, man, you guys wouldn't be making the millions if you were. And then it seems to be fashion lately for everybody to crap on him, and everybody cracks on him. Well, he changed this, he changed that, he did this. I'm like, and I've said it again, Ethan. What have I said about it? I'm sorry that he was smart enough to what?
Have his
creative control.
What do you call it? Creative control. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry that he was smart enough to do any of that, but people hate on the guy too much, and I absolutely loved him. These are my favorite figures, and I had these when I was a kid.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And these are my two from when I was a kid, and I still have them today. Thank goodness when I came back down to the family farm from being away in school and caught that they were still tucked away in boxes, and those are my favorite figures.
Yeah,
what if somebody says, "Hey man, a wrestling figure? What's one that's hot right now that I got to get? What is Jay-Z Figz? Give me the icon, Jay-Z Figz. What's he recommend right now for somebody to go get?
Just like a hot figure, I would say probably the Ultimate Edition Scott Hall and Kevin Nash from Ringside Collectibles, or the Steiner Brothers, the Ultimate Edition Steiner Brothers.
I'm going to use that code right now when we get off of here. That's when I'm going to buy, and I'll be like, "Hey man, if you ever ditch Jay-Z Figz, I'll never buy another figure for you." Want me to do all that? I'll lay it on real thick.
Do it.
I'll be it real thick. I'll be like, I'll make sure all veterans across this country don't support me. I mean, I'll lay it on thick.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I really do want those. I don't have those ones. I think you had the picture of it up here, right? We had
I have the
these, right? Yeah. Right there.
Steiner Brothers. Yeah.
That's it right there, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in terms of value, like if people collect for value, I wouldn't suggest collecting Mattel wrestling figures because they just re-release everything now. So it doesn't matter if you buy anything for value. Do not buy Mattel WWE figures. Go to old school figures, WWF, LJN. Maybe BCAs will pick up. WCW Toy Biz might pick up. Hasbro's definitely are worth more money, but I wouldn't suggest Mattel.
You picked up some more.
I wouldn't suggest it.
I got it. So make sure you guys follow that advice. We got just a little bit more time with him, about 5 more minutes here. Scott Aaron says he picked up a fan there. Picked up another follower there. Yep, 7. There you go. Laverty, Superman is better than Batman. Of course he is. Batman has no super skills. Who's better? Who's better, man? Batman or Superman?
He's talking to you. Who's better?
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
That's right. Oh yeah! That's a smart kid you got there. Ah, see, even Miss Nolan says there you go. Same here, brother. Still have my buddies. Yeah, man. I love my Hulkamania stuff. I love my Hulk Hogan stuff. And people are like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Hulk Hogan. I don't care what he does outside of that. I love Hulk Hogan, the character. I grew up with him. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get into that. And what's your thought on kayfabe today? Do you think they need to bring some of it back, or do you like all this open curtain stuff?
I think they should bring some of it back. I don't like how like The Rock went during the interview. He was like, "Oh, the character
did a horrible
good," or whatever he was saying. It was just like completely undermining like the character development of like The Rock and John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, and it's not like it's only a little bit of people see it, because with the internet, everyone sees it and it blows up, and it's just like, come on now, dude.
Yeah, the whole
some of it behind the scenes, at least some of it, while it's going on. Afterwards, go ahead and talk about it. But damn.
Yeah, it's like that's funny. You're available for all these Monday morning quarterback arm interviews, but you weren't available to go to the biggest wrestling event of the year.
I cannot believe he didn't show up. I cannot believe it.
And we're going to talk about this in the second hour. Hopefully, you'll kick back and watch what we have to say. But I have a lot to say.
I cannot
because
believe it.
I'm just about. I got back into it a couple years ago, trying to watch it.
Yeah,
and I followed from a distance, but I've been trying to seriously follow for the past 2 years. And I'm like, if this is what I'm back into, you bring in somebody to your main event, whoever. I didn't know who this kid was, who he was, even before he popped and busted the eardrum. That's who you bring out?
Yep. I know.
Well, you started the storyline, Rock. You started the whole bull crap.
Well, my thing is, it's like The Rock, Cena, and Cody is what made WrestleMania, and without them three, it's like nobody cares. Nobody cares about anything else, really. Those are the three main people you want to watch, and then one of them isn't even there.
All right, Mr. Dad, Superman or Batman? You grew up, you know.
That's me.
Who was your favorite, Superman or Batman? Everybody in the chat, Superman or Batman? Have it up. We'll do that.
Superman.
Yes, I'll give you my thoughts on the draft at the end of the thing. I think a spoiled brat kind of got humbled the past couple of days, and a little bit of evidence for all you kids. Don't build a draft room with legendary and all this kind of stuff, and wear $1 million worth of jewelry and tell people that they pass on you. They're passing on a little bit of humility goes a long way.
That's right.
A long way. You might have great talent, but these NFL teams aren't going to put up with you being a storyline outside of the locker room, nor as players. And somebody's a former athlete, but you know, if any of my players, or when I was a team captain and y'all go out there being stupid or whatever, yeah, you're going to get a baseball bat upside your head when you come in. And I think the college environment has spoiled these kids, and they're acting too stupid, and it's coming home to roost.
When's the last time you seen a 5th round draft pick have his jersey retired in college?
Why that was even? I have no idea. You had a losing record at school. You had one win against top 25 teams. What are you doing? That's a dad thing. Dad needs to step aside and let the young man be a young man. That university waited till their last former Heisman Trophy winner was dead before they retired his jersey. And you retire this dude's? Sorry. Sorry. My opinions. Case in point, the number 1 draft pick. Did you see the kid go up there, not flashy, humble, dressed respectfully, didn't act the fool, didn't do all that stuff? I forget what the number 1 pick. Cam Ward. Now I wish him much success because he's with the Cleveland Browns. That's my dad's team, but I hope him. But anyway, I love your social media. I love your Instagram. Is it something you find that's a hindrance, or you do it out of love, or are you finding people? Because ever since Double Dropkick, I get some weird type messages and things like that. Have you run into that on social media?
Not well. So let me start off from the beginning. I do it out of love. I like to take pictures and stuff, so that's what I do it for. And then eventually I ended up I monetized on Instagram. So now I actually get paid a little bit.
Nice.
But then, yeah, I have had people message me like, "You're a grown man. Why are you taking pictures of toys and stuff?" I'm like, "Man, my house is bigger than yours. I got more money than you. Shut your mouth."
Yeah, open up your wallet. There you go. I hate that. Why are you taking pictures of toys?
It's always somebody that has no profile picture. I'm like, "Oh, shut up."
It's jealousy. It's absolutely jealousy. They're gonna hate if you do good, and they're gonna hate if you don't do good.
Exactly.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing you always got to keep in your mind. Nobody ever doing more than you is going to be hating on you.
That's right.
And the thing that's funny to me is I don't know, why do professional toy companies take money, and why do professional toy companies make toys?
Yeah.
Because it's profitable.
Yeah.
It's profitable.
Now all I do is whenever I get a message like that, I just say the standard, "Know your role, jabroni. Shut your mouth."
I just say thanks for the click and the view.
That's all I say.
Enjoy.
I block them. I'm like, all right,
and enjoy. Is there anything else that you want to push out there? We have your social media page here, and get that up again here. Let's. Did I just? Hold on. I'll find you again. You're somewhere in the back. A bro moment.
Bro moment.
There you
Yeah.
go. I'm going to make sure that everybody goes to your Instagram page and gives you a click and a follow.
Yep.
Here it is right here. Go to JZ Figz. JC Figz. Did I say Z? JC Figz. It's actually JC_Figz, but if you type in that, you'll easily find him. Once again, he's a veteran. Thanks for all that he's done with that. He's got a great 10% discount at Figures Toy Company, at Recon One and ENT Earth. So make sure you use those with those affiliate links. And the other one, the affiliate links that you can get to help him out on there too. Use it. It's 10% off. Support the guy. Support people in this hobby and in the things that we love and wrestling and belt collecting. Support the ones that put out there to help support you. It helps support him, and it's also helping you get 10% off. So make sure you do that. Is there anything else with social medias that you want to put out there? Do you have a Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. Well, Twitter, no. I have I do have a Twitter. It's JC Figz, and then I also have a TikTok, which is also JC.
JC Figz on
all around, everywhere you go.
I have said all week, like, who you have on the program? I keep going Jay-Z,
Jay-Z player. I'll take that. Jay-Z
good friend of, he's a good friend of mine. He lives not too far down the road. Good guy, Bojangles champion. We'll have him on again. He's a good dude. But I've told everybody all week, Jay-Z is like, are you sure? Because that's not the promo pitch. I was like, then why'd you ask? I'm getting it confused because of Jay-Z. Because your Z on there is getting me all the time. That Z is getting me. Yeah. He's a good dude, a buff dude guy too. A guy you don't play around with either. Law enforcement buddy. He's a good dude, and we like him here on the stuff tier too. So make sure you go and fill him out. But before he let you go, you got to give us your favorite belt of all time.
Favorite belt of all time, I would say, is the Big Gold. Big Gold. Winged Eagle. Big Eagle. Top three in that order.
Target the kids. Yeah. Hey man, I'm sorry, but I like your feet picks, but just make sure you cover the wart with a Band-Aid, and that's all. All right, now give us your top 4 wrestlers of all time. It's your opinion, top 4 wrestlers of all time.
Hulk Hogan for sure, number 1.
My turn.
Your turn. Hold on. Hulk Hogan, and then we'll go with Stone Cold. After that, I'm gonna say Ric Flair and then John Cena.
Okay, there you go. All right, now Jay-Z. Now give us your top 4 tag teams of all time.
Top 4 tag teams of all time.
Tag teams of all time. Remember, this makes you sure. I'm gonna call the Toy Figure Company. You get one of these wrong.
The Rockers, maybe.
What's my iPhone?
Fabulous Freebirds, maybe.
Timo Rock and Roll Express there. All right, so who do you got?
Let's go. I'm going to go Legion of Doom.
Good choice.
Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Let me see who else. Dudleys.
There you go.
And no, we already said that. I don't even know. I don't know. Cody Rhodes, no. I guess the Usos.
Rock and Roll Express.
Rock and Roll Express. No.
There we go. Ricky Morton, there you go, baby. We got it.
Man, it's too old.
Huh?
Too old for me.
Oh, come on, man. They're still wrestling, Bubba. They're still wrestling. You gotta like the ones that are still wrestling. Don't say those weirdos that do the job. Oh, Keith, let me tell you something. I hope one of them stones torn out to. I'm gonna be nice, O'Keefe. I'm gonna be nice, O'Keefe. Man, we appreciate you coming on the program so much. If you ever want to come back on, come on, talk some wrestling. Maybe hey, we'll do this next pay-per-view. At the end of the pay-per-view, come on after the pay-per-view the week after and talk the pay-per-view. You want to do that?
Yeah,
talk some wrestling with you. I'd like to hear you more on your stuff on that, and we'll do that. Ethan, you got anything for him?
No, I appreciate you coming on though. It's been marvelous and just absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody salute him with the DDKs in the chat. Thank him for coming on. I appreciate you so much. Thanks your family for watching the program. Make sure when you get off, you tell all your family that was watching that they have to subscribe, or I'm going to call the toy company and make sure they remove that 10 down to 9%.
For sure.
All right, do that, buddy. Hey, little man, you have a good time, buddy. Thanks for being so cool on here and letting your dad come on. I appreciate it. Yeah, give me that double drop kick. Yeah, we don't do this one. Don't do this one. It's this one. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Josh Cook, we appreciate it, buddy. You have a great night, man. Okay, buddy?
Thanks, guys. You too.
All right. How cool was that? Just a cool guy.
Fantastic and beautiful.
He entertains me so much on his Instagram. I could go through it all the time. Humble guy, veteran, selfless. I got a good family guy. A lot of people like him, and he was cool with his time to come on here to the program. We had a great time with him, and let's give him the hip hip hoorays. How about we do that?
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody get him in there. Yep. That was good. Yeah, it is. But we're not done yet. Hour 2 is just getting started. We've got our guests coming on here. I need to see. Let me send. I forgot to do this, Mr. Stratton. I'm sorry. I'm sending it to you right now. Forgot to send it to our next guest. Our other guest is back there waiting. Tina, thank you so much for watching the program. Great picture of the dog there. Thank you so much for joining and supporting the show, supporting our guest. We really appreciate that. Hopefully, everybody will pause right now, slide right down, give a thumbs up on the video. That does us a great deal on this program. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscription if you like and you like our content, having fun, positive. Everything is great. We love everybody out there that does that. We thank so much for all the people that watch this program. We enjoy it so very, very much. I just got Ethan's. That just came through. Muted. Why? I'm telling you, just a weird thing. Yeah, I am. I guess I'm. Could you guys hear that? How loud that thunder was just a second ago?
Was that thunder?
That was thunder, bruh. Look, we just got the house repaired from a tornado that did some major damage to our home. Had to replace the flooring and the joist, and and we lost our track. One of our tractor shelters.
You sure that wasn't Stratton signing on? Like
that might have been. Because
how are we going to go from a beautiful first hour guest to now 2 beautiful second hour guests?
I'm just going to get off the. I'm not going to. Before we bring them on there, we got to do this real quick. Everybody knows we love to do this. It's our great fun that we always do before we go into our Wrestlemania talk, and that is a picture of the week. Let's roll it. It's a great one this week. Roll it. Okay, sorry. The picture of the week comes from somebody that you tried to get deported, Ethan, but it didn't work. And a beautiful belt that he made here, Antonio Mendoza. Look at that.
It wasn't that I tried to get him deported. I just asked him what his favorite thing to put in his drink was, and it just happened to be ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just saying.
But this picture of the week comes up to Antonio Mendoza. This is the Ultimate Warrior belt. I think that Ethan is absolutely in love with this belt.
Fantastic.
Very, very cool belt. Very cool design. As you see the Ultimate Warrior theme in there. Did a beautiful job taking the picture on the outside. So we thank Antonio Mendoza for the picture.
Although the irony of a Mexican hanging a belt from a fence.
I think he dropped it on the way over.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Antonio Mendoza, thank you for DDK's picture of the week.
Oh, yeah!
That's what I'm talking about. Everybody in the chat, before we go in there, you guys are, yes, I did. I pooted. That's why my cat's not in here. What's in the box? Open the package. It says, Tina is my mom. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Outside, for being here. We appreciate all the stuff that you've contributed to the show tonight and your comments. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yes, I'm going to open my picture right here. Yikes. Yeah, I know that. Thunder. Loving Voltron and the Luger in the background. Ethan looks so awesome. Yeah, give a little love to Ethan for his backdrop. Open a package. All right, Laverty. Ka. So mean to me on here.
Demanding.
Please send $100 donations to make me feel better to DDK podcast. No, okay. I hope that picture of myself wearing.
I was gonna make a bad joke, right? That was gonna be a bad joke. I was just gonna make right now. It was a fun me joke, but I was just gonna make it.
All right, everybody wants me to open this picture. This is from one of our viewers and a good buddy of mine. It says open from DDK, so we're gonna open it right now. See what we got before we jump into some WrestleMania talk, because I know we got a lot to get into about this stuff. Oh, I know what this is. I know it. This is also by Ashley Southern's Designs. If you got anything that you want to make, stickers, mugs, she does shirts, she does anything. Ashley Southern Designs out of Hobart, Oklahoma. Look her up or hit Mark Maggard up. She does wonderful stuff, great stuff. She did this shirt too. And I was mad that I never got a shirt with the Span in the Glow podcast for the Ultimate Cuddles. That who Mark Laverty is. He's called the Ultimate Cuddles. So he sent me an Ultimate Cuddles t-shirt.
Oh, yeah!
I love it, Laverty. It will be it will gladly be the new bag on the ground. I mean, the new shirt that'll go into the closet. That's Laverty there with his Warriors on there, the Ultimate Cuddles. Everybody else spanning the globe got one. I was like, well, geez. I mean, who am I? Thank you so much, and thanks to Ashley Southern Designs. I absolutely loved this that she put on there. That's a classy touch to say, hey, don't open till double drop kick. Great job, Ashley. We got to get with her to make some DDK t-shirts. But thank you so much for that.
I feel like we need to have her on the show.
Yeah.
This is quiet little. You can plug her business and just step it up.
Yeah, be nice to me. That's right. The wife will love this shirt. But if we lose power and stuff, I'm sorry, but yeah, that was another lightning flash, and yeah, now we can all rock them on there, and it was meant to be sent Christmas time. Well, jeez. Good thing I didn't croak before then, Laverty. Thank you so much, Laverty. I really appreciate it. That was such a kind gesture. Love you, man. Good guy right there. Mark Laverty. Give him some good old jollies.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram at Double Dropkick Podcast on Instagram and over on X at DDK Podcast on X. Make sure you follow us over there. Make sure you're also following Stephen Hammer, does some fabulous reviews on YouTube. He's going to join us here in just a second. Stephen Hammer over on YouTube. Make sure you follow us there. Also, make sure you check out C4 Authentic Belts, the only one partnered with Crumb Rind themselves. That is right. The only ones that are partnered with Crumb Rind to make the C4RTs Crumb Rind Big Gold. Check them out today on C4 Authentic Belts on Facebook and at c4authenticbelts.com. Check them out. C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to like it's 1986. Also, check out the great guys over at Wide World of Belts YouTube page. They are the Span in the Glow podcast every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Mark, Andy, Richard, and Ben do a fabulous job there. Check out their last night show. They went over WrestleMania, hear all of their opinions that they had on it, and check out their show next week, Tobacco Spit, and the marks that it leaves on the floor. That's their next topic for next week, so check them out. And we also have some great reviews here on the channel, so make sure you check that out as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into some great talk with our guest here. They are two good guys of the hobby. And we're going to talk some WrestleMania with them right now. First, from the Hammer Review channel on YouTube, please welcome to the stage, Stephen Hammer. That was the wrong one, man. No, not that one. No. Man, they're being so mean to you, Hammer. There you go. And joining us tonight, we had not had him in a long time, and I've been wanting to get him back on the program. Such a class act guy. He is the admin and the second half owner of Big Boys Belts on Facebook, so make sure you join that group. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Chris Stratton.
What's going on, guys? Appreciate it.
What's up, buddy? How you doing,
man?
man?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Everybody, for our guest, throw up them DDKs, those rock and rolls, to welcome our guest in to the program. It's going to be a fun time. Yes, Mania. He's got the European title, and Chris is rocking the old Superman title. Show that off there, guys. Let's first start with Chris. Show off your belt. What you got there?
What we have is it's a custom made I had for our group. It's probably my favorite belt just because of Big Boys belts, but I kind of always show this one off. The guy was Shazam. I know a lot of people know who he is, but he did a great job. And I keep this one pretty close to me. It's definitely one of my favorite belts in my collection. It's CNC, 24 karat. It's old now, of course. You know, you get a lot of belts after you've had them for 3 or 4 years, they kind of tarnish up. We do got some spots. I plan on getting it redone, but still, this is the one I rock most of the time, man.
Booth, welcome in the program. How you doing? That's an awesome belt. I love it. Love the Superman. I think a lot of people do. He says he wants to see the calves. Let's see them calves. Actually, we need to see the guns.
Are we talking about? Oh man, I've slacked, bro. It's been 3-4 months. Josh
man.
is got me right now, bro.
Come on, Chris. We had that.
Josh. I've got to sit here and take it, Josh. I can't show them calves off right now, Josh. Let's see your calves, Josh. I know that's people talking.
Hello, Stephen and Chris. Everybody saying hello. And Hammer, show us off that belt that you got there and tell us about it.
Man, let me tell you, the European belt is so underrated. The design of it, man, it really is. It's just a beautiful championship.
Who made that?
This is Big Time Belts.
I like the version. I like the version with the painted World Wrestling Federation. I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Okay. All right. Sorry, that's me. We had a bad storm. Make sure everything's taken down outside. It's blowing hard outside. So if we lose power, I am sorry. Beautiful belt, Stephen. Thanks for welcome. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for you two guys coming on the show. Welcome in. Glad to have you. As you guys know, last week, and this program's been off for 3 weeks, doing some health and cleaning, and getting some stuff taken. But I wanted to talk about. We were going to do just a brief thing on WrestleMania, but no, I'm going to take the 45, the second half of this segment to talk about WrestleMania. And before we get on you guys' opinions, I just want to say I thought it was one of the most flat WrestleManias I've ever witnessed. I was very disappointed in the whole WrestleMania. And to me, just my personal opinion, it was one of the top 5 worst. It's in the top 5 as just one of the, I just was not entertained. I thought a lot of the matches were sloppy. There was no build up to a lot of these matches. I was wondering, where is Chelsea Green, the United States Women's Champion? Where is that belt not being fought for? Some other belts, why are they not being fought for? I thought night 1, the main event, saved night 1. And I thought night 2, the women's three-way match, saved night 2. Out of 10, I give it a 6 out of 10, possibly a 5. The more I hear about it, the more I hear Rock with his crap, I probably put it down to a 5. Before we get into the talk for you guys, out of 10, would you guys give it in the chat? And we'll go around with the overall opinion from you guys. Let's start with our guest first, Steven. 0 out of 10. What'd you give it overall in your first initial thoughts?
You know, I think a 6 out of 10 is pretty spot on. I wasn't blown away by the show like I normally am when WrestleMania happens, but I also wasn't super disappointed. I was in that middle ground, right? It was good, but it was kind of poor at the same time. It could have been a lot better. So yeah, a 6 out of 10 is pretty good. Yeah.
All right, Chris, what was your initial first thoughts, and what'd you rate it?
5 or 6 the first night, like 3. But the second night recovery quite a bit. I thought a lot of the matches on the second night, especially the women's match, that's one of the greatest women's matches I think I've ever seen.
Yes.
And then you had the Drew match. I know he squashed Priest in my opinion, but I still thought that overall it was okay. I agree with you guys. There was disappointments, but there was good moments as well. And I would probably rank it at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
There you go. 6.5, 6.5. He getting there with the halves. Laverty always being different with halves. Ricky's got it there to a 7. Interesting. Like to hear your takes as we keep going on, Ricky, of what? Oh, another one. Both you guys think that Mania, you think they saved Mania enough to give it a 7? Out of all those matches that we got, 5.5 at Booth. I got you. I feel you on that. Actually, yeah, there was a lot of interesting things that I don't understand. Becky coming back and winning the title and then dropping it the very night over. And what's the point of even do it? Why not just
dumping over Bailey?
Man, that made no sense, bro. That was the other thing I thought that gave it a low rating is there was so much stuff in this Mania that made no sense. Like,
yes,
I know you're going to bring it up later, but still, like, it was just the disappointment from like the Becky or the Rock to me is what brought it down low. I thought there was a lot of great matches though. I'm glad Mysterio went over.
Yeah. Ethan, yours out of a 10 and just an overall theme of what you felt for the night before we get into the match.
I'm going a little harder. I'm going 4.
Wow.
This is Mania, and this is supposed to be freaking WrestleMania. And the two things that saved it was Dominic and the women's triple threat. Other than that, I mean, the WWE had so many opportunities to knock the Cena out of the park. I mean, you got Travis Scott is the big thing. Like you missed. I mean, the highlight of it is Stone Cold running a chick over with the quad. Like
they hit it and then I'm a fall.
Yeah, but it was just with The Rock not being there, there was a miss. You missed with The Rock not being there. Stone Cold could have ran interference. There were so many things. Them screwing over Becky or Bailey. There was just a lot of didn't make sense and a lot of just flat wrestling and a flat lead up.
My nose is bleeding here. My apologies. Give me 1 second as I'll talk while I get it to stop.
I mean, was anybody excited at all here that Becky returned? Because I wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't, bro.
Okay. Because, I mean, it seemed like on the show, like people were excited to see Becky. But to me, Becky Lynch just doesn't have it. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, she is just.
We're going to get it, Ricky.
To me, Becky Lynch is just boring. And I'm sorry.
I love Bailey way better than Becky.
I feel like she had a good run with the man. Like when she was the man, it was just like the name itself. But I feel like there's so much better out there, man. I agree with you. I wasn't too hyped when I seen her. I was disappointed when she won. I feel like I think all three of us feel like she just. Why would you let her win the title and then the very next night drop it back? It just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I was very underwhelmed. I assumed it was going to be Becky that came out. I just assumed. And then when she actually came out, I was like,
yes,
I guess. Yeah, I guess it's cool, but
I got it.
When she came out,
just my opinion. So
when she came out, I was like, damn it. Why couldn't have Stone Cold ran her over? Like
so the thing, let's hit down the lineup and then we'll get into the other things and we'll think of what everybody thought of either the matches. And I know a good buddy of ours and a good guy of the program right here, David Johnson, was at it, and we so hope that he had a great time. And we are certainly not crapping on it or anything to
believe Ricky was at it too.
Because because it doesn't matter if it's a 1, it's still a WrestleMania, and it's the memories that you make going and who you go with there. So that being said, So night one, I'm also annoyed with starting off with the world title. I don't get where we're going with that, but I guess I'm an old guy. But
Oh
starting
boy.
out right on what's that?
Starting off with that match. Listen, I'm gonna say, listen, it's probably gonna make a lot of people mad. I love Jey Uso's music. I love the yeet. I love the look. I love all the aura and the charisma. But when that bell rings, it is absolutely
You didn't have to.
terrible. It is terrible. When that bell rings and he's wrestling, that's when I lose all focus because I think his matches are just terrible. And I'm sorry to say that opening match at WrestleMania was terrible. It was one of the worst world title matches. I thought Jey Uso, when he came out there, I thought like he separated his shoulder. He was constantly grabbing at his chest. I thought he was having a heart attack. He felt very off in that match. And that just ruined the whole thing for me because you have Gunther up here on this high pedestal as the world champion. And then Jay makes him tap out. I was not happy with it. I thought the match was terrible. Sorry.
Okay, so we got right out there. Thanks to the match is terrible. We'll go to you, Chris. What'd you think of the first match right off the bat, the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther champion and Jey Uso? What'd you think of it?
And I'm with Steven. I feel like they squashed Gunther. I feel like they ruined Gunther a while ago, like with Imperium. I felt like it was such a great stable. The guy, I mean, super heels, man. Why in the world would you take those guys away from Gunther? Like, I feel like when they took those guys away, it like completely deflated his run. And I feel like they just squashed him. And then now they've put him with Pat McAfee. The match is okay. I think Jay, they put him over because he's got the hype of the crowd. He is over so much, but I thought they could have did a lot better, especially with Gunther. I feel like he's something special, and I thought the group that they have was special. I thought it could have really went far, especially as being a heel group.
Gotcha, Ethan. What'd you think of the match?
Again, I thought it was a typical Uso match. I mean, but I didn't like the way they ended the match. I didn't, because Jay's he's not gonna have a long title run. I just don't see it. And them squashing Gunther, like you make him tap out of all things.
Oh, bro.
This is why he's champ, and that's why I'm tired of the stuff. As we get into stuff, it's the yeet, it's the music. The same thing with Joe Henry. Dude can't wrestle his way out of a paper bag, but
Right.
Everybody wants to go to these events to sing these stupid songs. Is the reason why people are put over. I think Jay was out of shape. He looked tired. Jay is the same 5 things in a cycle. It's the super kicks. It's the splashes. It's that move off the rope. It's the same 3 match, and it's the same over and over and over again. I don't feel like Jay is a world champion. I think he's too small to be a world heavyweight champion. I think he should have the U.S. title or the Intercontinental or whatever other title, but I don't think he's a world title run. And everybody's and I'm tired of hearing he deserves it. That is such a crap. I don't care what people deserve. These guys are getting millions of dollars to wrestle. Stop with the participation trophy just because because if you're going to do that, then Mr. Perfect should have been a champion. Rick Rude should have been a WWF champion. Lex Luger should have been a WWF champion. Those guys, if you really want to say, truly deserve it. But I thought Jay was out of shape. I thought he looked flabby. I don't think he is a heavyweight to carry the belt. I like him as a wrestler, but I think they're missing the mark with keeping them at the Intercontinentals or the tag teams. You could have an ultimate top 10 of all time tag team runs with the guys if you just keep them in tag teams. But I think the yeet music, everybody wants to say it all the time. And I just think he's over the top because of that, because everybody's singing that stuff. And I think most people just want to go there to sing it. Doesn't mean that a lot of people are like, yeah, I love his music. I like his singing, but he shouldn't be world champion.
Right.
And I think WWE needs to take key on that. But I felt that match was bad. I didn't like the way he tapped. But I can see them trying to get him out from it appears they're giving Gunther a time off to recover, which is fine. That's great. They need him. You know, these guys plow on the road so much. I think this is his suspension is a time to give him some things. But like I've always said on this program, these guys can get more time off if they'll stop focusing every single SmackDown and every single Raw around the world title and putting these guys in the 20 minutes. You can have a week to where you focus on the tag teams, or you focus on the Intercontinental, or you focus on some of the other stuff, and that guy could have the week off. I think I think you're missing the ball on that, but I thought that match was flat. We're not going in a particular order here, but still on night one, the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton was the champion against Charlotte Flair. We'll go in the opposite direction this time. Ethan, what'd you think of that match?
I'm over Charlotte. She looked bad. She looked stiff. Tiffany's fine. Nothing wowed me. It was just it was a mid women's match. And then that's the best I can say about it. But Charlotte, she looked stiff.
Yeah, she did. Chris, what did you think of the match?
Man, I agree. She looked bad. Charlotte she's just not the same anymore. Tiffany, I'm okay with. I thought the match was terrible. I didn't enjoy it very much. I expected more. I thought Charlotte was probably going to win, so it did surprise me that Tiffany come out on top, but just wasn't super happy with that one, man.
Gotcha. Hammer? That'll be it.
It was
Hammer?
okay. It was okay, right? It wasn't the best women's title match, which is a shame because it's on a WrestleMania card. So the women's championship match, it should be held in high regard. But like Ethan said, Charlotte is just not it anymore, and which is crazy because Charlotte used to be so fantastic, and now, dude, she's just I don't know what it is, but to me, I think Tiffany Stratton is so much better. I thought the match was average at best.
I think Charlotte's weak. I think she needs to bulk up a little bit with weight and not with muscle. I think that's also hurting her too. But I understand that she's injured and she's a big headline. I think she's good on the mic. I thought Tiffany was pretty good on the mic as well, except for that interaction that they had. You say that line like bringing the personal life in there, and then you drop the mic and then you ran out. It's kind of, you're the champ. You shouldn't do that. Run and hide after you say something. Tiffany's voice is a little annoying to me. Other than that, I think she's a good wrestler. She's very athletic as a wrestler. I think WWE women's wrestling in a whole has taken a step back because we're getting way too scripted in the ring, and it shows up more in the women's side of it than it does in the men's side of it. When you're waiting for a spot or you miss up something or you do something and this, that, and the other, I'd just like call it in the ring. But I thought the match was okay. It didn't push it in there, didn't drop it anywhere, but that's what I thought of it. Go to the tag team titles match. Let's talk about the War Raiders, the champions. I have no idea why they're champions. Versus the New Day. Hammer, what'd you think of this match? And what do you think?
This is going to be real quick. So Chris, be ready. I did not watch this match, so I cannot comment on
it. There you go. Chris, what'd you think?
Man, I thought it was pointless. I didn't think it was WrestleMania worthy. The War Raiders are stupid to me, man. I think that the tag team itself, the guys have talent. They're great, dude. They're huge. They can do stuff, but overall, I just thought it was a filler. Like, I just didn't think that it deserved to be on. You're coming off the Mania of last year and the year before. So, like, I think people had these expectations of being like, wow, Roman beats Cody in that pay-per-view we had then, and then Cody finishes the story, and then you come off of this. I just feel like that they really, that match, just wasn't happy with it, bro. It just, the first night really stuck to me.
Gotcha. Ethan, what'd you think of the tag team match? War Raiders, the New Day.
I'm going to have to back up with Hammer on this one. This was actually one of my nap matches.
Jeez.
Yeah, I seen him coming out and I was woke up, I think because the LA Night match was after this one, right? Yep, those were my two nap matches.
Yeah. I thought it was okay match. I didn't have it any other way. I like that the New Day won it. I kind of think they're the tag team that needs to take the tag team mantle because they're only true tag team in there that's not doing too much single stuff. So run with the mantle, run with the heel. Some of their heel stuff's kind of coming a little cringy, you can still be a heel and not have some of the try to be a pain in the tail to stuff or whatever. But I'm glad to see it's still on a true tag team and this, that, and the other. But I didn't think overall it was a bad match. I thought it was a fairly decent and entertaining match for the match. Let's get into the WWE United States Championship. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. I think this was a match that a lot of people were wanting to see. I wanted to see where they would take this. I wanted to see what they would do with I think it's a good wrestler in LA Knight, and I think Jacob Fatu is a good wrestler. So it was interesting to see the direction they were going to go with who won this. Ethan, what'd you think?
This was my second Nat match.
Jeez, dude.
It was.
You haven't watched it since?
I have not watched it since. It didn't do me anything to go back and watch it. That's how bad Mania was. That's why I give it a 4. I didn't even feel like going back to watch it.
Sheesh. I'm tired of LA Knight. Jeez, man. Y'all are. Sheesh. Fatu, yes. Fatu's a stud. Okay. What do you think, Chris, of this match? LA Knight, Jacob Fatu.
I like Fatu. I did like LA Knight. I just feel like he's really dropped the ball over the last year. Like I thought he had potential. They were really trying to push him, and I feel like he's went stale. I like Fatu. I feel like he's the best Umaga like character. I feel like WWE's put out for us. Like I hope they push him further. He has a lot of potential. I feel like when I watch him on TV, he has a lot of hype behind him too. So I'm just hoping that's what they push out. As far as the match, like I said, I'm back to the night one was just not impressive for me.
Gotcha. Hammer, what'd you think of the match?
Again, the match was pretty mid to me. I like LA Knight as champion, but I feel like something needed to change. I'm glad they put it on Jacob. I figure now they're probably going to go with Solo and Jacob starting to butt heads, which I'm looking forward to. I hope Jacob has a really good title reign. But the match itself was just meh.
Gotcha. My talk, I thought it was a good match. I like the strength of Fatu. I like LA Knight. I don't like his character. I don't like the name. I think it doesn't fit him or suit him. I think he's a great wrestler. I liked him in the NWA. So I hope maybe some new direction on him. Fatu is going to be he's the next hot thing. He's the next hot guy, and he's outstanding on the microphone. Very good on the microphone. His thoughts are clean. His expressions are clean. His mannerisms are clean. Even the small things that he does kind of reminds me of some of the things that the greats did. I mean, he snatches the mic away last night or the other night, and he taps on the mic to see if it's working. Those small things, instead of just not taking it and being right in the guy's face already. Slow down. Some of these guys that get on the mic, he got the mic, slowed down, paced into it well. I like him a lot, and I got high hopes for his character. I was glad to see it, and I was glad to see them throw the United States title on him or the IC title, not just throw him in like they do everybody into the World Heavyweight Championship title match. So hopefully it'll bring some prestige to the United States Championship. I liked his thing. I'm America's most wanted man now, playing off the United States title. I like that. That's killer, smart, pretty cool thing. Let's talk about the Rey Mysterio. Well, it wasn't Mysterio. The El Grande Americano match. And what was that other dude's name?
Rey Fenix.
Hammer, what'd you think?
I like this one. I was really looking forward to Rey Mysterio. I was pretty bummed out, to be honest with you, when he was injured, because I love what they're doing with Chad El Grande Americano. I love what they're doing with this whole gimmick. I think it's pretty funny. So I was really looking forward to the Rey Mysterio match. But I think Rey Fenix was a pretty good substitute. The match itself was a good match. I was happy for Rey Fenix and Penta for both being on WrestleMania. It was good for what it was. I figured El Grande Americano would win. And yeah, happy for him. His first WrestleMania.
Chris?
I enjoyed it. I do. I know that a lot of people aren't AEW fans, but I've been watching Ray and Penta for a long time. I think I feel like they're going to end up putting them back together, obviously, but I hated that they squashed Ray Phoenix so quickly. Chad Gable, I love, man. Like, I feel like he hasn't got the push that he needs to have because I think he could be a great heel. I feel like they're going to eventually throw Kurt Angle. I mean, I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I feel like he should have probably been in the mix of this. I think that's what's going to end up happening. But I was happy Ray was on there because I love watching those two together, man. They are incredible. It takes me back to the day of like the Dudleys, except it's just different. You know, they're just a great combo, man. I'm hoping they put them back together, even though I know Penta's getting that run right now.
Gotcha. I like the character of Americano. I like the character.
I
Pretty
do
cool.
too.
I like the hiding of the little thing up underneath his helmet to his mask to use it. Brilliant.
I love
sneaky.
Chad Gable, bro. I love it, man. I just think he's great, man. He's not given the push I think that he deserves. I think he's excellent, man.
Yeah, the foreign object in the master. Yeah, that's the thinking of wrestling. That's some good old school stuff. That's some sneaky thing. Don't catch him with it right away. Let this guy use that all his matches till maybe way down the road. Don't let him get caught with it right away. And then it's like, I see so many guys, they'll use something or do something. The WWE wants them caught right away doing it or whatever. Like, you're missing the storyline. Let him use it and let him do it. That's the stick to it. And I kind of liked it. Mendoza, you missed. I don't know where you've been at, but you had picture of the week. Good to see you, buddy. Just stopped by to say what's up to the Superman. Also good to get. Yeah, good. Thank you for tuning in. Ethan, what'd you think of the match? Were you awake now?
I was just waking up. I'm a Chad Gable fan. I like Chad Gable. I think he's a good heel. You know, the little gimmick they do with the mask and everything. That's cool. I never really was a AEW guy. So like Penta and Ray Phoenix are kind of, that's whole new to me. But the match itself was solid. And again, I like the little nuances, like you were saying, how he's got the little thing up in his mask, and just remind me of like the old. Remember, was it Lex Luger and his bionic forearm? Mm-hmm. You know, that kind of whole shtick, just something like that. So I mean, no, I enjoyed the match, solid match.
Yeah,
probably one of the better matches of the night.
I liked it. It had some good wrestling in there too. Some good high spots. Not too many over the top high spots. I thought it was pretty good. I thought they did some good stuff. You'll have to go back and watch now, won't you, Mendoza? Should I show him? Dude coming here waltzing all late. There was your picture of the week. Now get out of here, man. Dang, coming in here all late. I thought I'd have some had some support from. I'm gonna call ice on you. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was pretty cool. Ethan, what'd you think of the Naomi and Jade match?
So I'm a Jade guy. I think they just need to. She needs to have a good run with like Rhea or something. Just she's so like just dominant and just that bump that Naomi took was that was a nasty bump. But no, it's a solid match for the women's match. I don't mind. When you can I like Jade, so I don't mind watching the match. So it makes it better. It makes it better than a Charlotte match.
Gotcha. Chris, what'd you think?
I love Jade. I'm with Ethan, man. I feel like wrestling, you don't have to necessarily be great at wrestling, bro. We've watched John Cena for how long? We've watched Roman Reigns. But if you've got the physique and you put the mic behind her, that's why, Paul Heyman worked with Reigns. They finally found a way to work. I think they got to figure out how to put her in a position to make her succeed, because I think she's incredible, man. I don't think she can wrestle so great. I just think she has the personality, the physique, the look to really be something we've never seen before. I just don't think that WWE's quite utilized that yet. Naomi, I can't stand her, bro. I think she sucks. I'm sorry.
Bring it out, bro. Let's spill it. Hit it on there. Wait a minute. What we got? What? Breaking news right here on the DDK podcast. Antonio Mendoza said you can have this belt tonight only. DDK special. Let's give it a 24 hours for our people that'll wake up and watch our program that they do in the UK. That belt right there, the Ultimate Warrior themed belt, $300.
Wow.
That's worth the leather. That's a custom leather Ultimate Warrior belt. $300 for tonight only. 24 hours. If you guys are waking up, hit Anthony Mendoza up for that belt. That's pretty incredible. So that everybody sees that he had it. It was up here. There you go. $300. I don't know how Ethan's not jumping all over that.
I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good.
Hammer, what'd you think of the Naomi and Jade match?
I think it was both of their best matches so far, if I'm being honest with you. Jade still needs some fine tuning. I think Naomi, I know she's been in the company for a long time, but like, I don't know, she's just not, there, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, guys. Don't kill me. But I think together they had a pretty good, solid match. I think Jade really just shined in this match a lot, especially when Naomi jumped off the rope and Jade caught her for the suplex.
Tough.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
If they can play their cards right and mark her right and book her right, man, she's the closest physically dominating person to China that we've had. Like,
she's got to work on her wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. She has to work on her wrestling. But like Chris said, Jade is like a total package. Is like the look. She looks like a superstar. She looks incredible.
Oh yeah.
But she just has to work on the in-ring stuff, dude.
She'll be the stiffness in her. I would try to get her into some Pilates or some. This may sound stupid, but some ballerina classes, something to help her with her feet movement, some gracefulness. Maybe lean off a little bit on some of the muscle to make her not so stiff. But I think she can be an absolute stud in the industry. Just like I thought Camilla Brick would come into the WWE. Can you imagine them two going at it in a match? I'd love to see those two having a match, but I thought it was a good match. The power of Jade really showed in that match with some of the things that they did, and they showed it off. Let's cap it all off with the night one main event: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Ethan, kick it off.
Okay. Where do I start? All right, this match. I mean, the match itself was fine. It was a normal triple threat match. It wasn't.
Wow.
It didn't wow me. It didn't do much. I mean, and the Paul Heyman, double turn. Wow. None of it was surprising yet. None of it was like, wow. It was a very mid main event match to me.
Wow.
I wasn't like, oh, that's awesome, or Paul Heyman, how could you? You kind of seen the writing on the wall. And it was mid.
Wow. Steven?
I kind of agree with Ethan there. I thought the match itself was really good. I enjoyed it. I expected Paul Heyman to turn on Punk. That's just
right.
how my wrestling mind works. So when Heyman was giving his tribal chief the chair, I was like, okay, good. They're putting Paul Heyman and Roman back together. Good. But to me, when he aligned himself with Seth, to me, it just feels like a very awkward relationship. Is that just me? Because to me, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins don't mesh well. They don't work for me, and I think it's very awkward. I don't like that combination.
They build a faction. Maybe it can be a little bit different. You think?
I hope so, because right now it's just not doing anything for me. And even the stuff with Braun Breaker and all, I'm not there yet.
I think you throw Lynch. Throw Lynch in there with him. What do you think?
I just don't like Becky. I don't know.
Look at him wants to beat himself up. I don't know.
I will wait and see what happens. But as far as the match itself, I thought the match was good. But yeah, I'm just not sold on the Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins stuff yet.
Gotcha. Chris, what do you think?
I agree with him. I think Lynch is definitely going to join, but why do you put Rollins with Heyman? I feel like Heyman's a great mouthpiece for someone who is just not good at cutting promos. That's why they put him with Brock. That's why I feel like they put him with Reigns. It didn't make a lot of sense. I knew it was coming. I grew up. I live in Kentucky, so I back in the day I grew up watching OVW, dude. I traveled 40 minutes down the road. I seen Prototype. I seen Leviathan. So I watched CM Punk. Man, he was literally 20 minutes. He would come to high school, was 20 minutes away. I like Punk. I don't think Punk is as great as everybody wants to put him out to be. So the match itself, I thought was okay. I just was. I don't get the whole Seth Rollins Paul Heyman thing. I think later this year they're probably going to put Punk with Cena. I'm looking at Punk at at SummerSlam, but the match itself was predictable to me. So like I look for him to cast off separately. I don't know where Roman's going to lie, but I can definitely see that probably Rollins is going to get some kind of title run soon, and I feel like Punk will probably be feuding with Cena by SummerSlam. But I don't get it. Paul Heyman doesn't need to be with Seth to me. He fits with Braun. Braun, I mean, it would work with him. I feel like that's his kind of character. He's good on the mic, but hey, how much more could Heyman's put him on another level? So it's like I can see it with Braun, but that whole stable doesn't make sense to me right now, man. It just didn't.
Yeah.
I hope, like everybody else in the comment, I hope to see a new Dangerous Alliance. I think that's a lot of people don't remember that, or I think they throw it away. The Dangerous Alliance was absolutely spectacular when it was used. I hope we see more of that type of thing come in. For me, I thought it was a good, solid match. I enjoyed it. Maybe because everything else sucks so bad that pushed it over even more. Did that happen? But I thought it was good. I liked how the turns went. I like how the handing of the table. I mean, it was just cool to see. I think Seth Rollins is an absolute stud when it comes to the WWE. His mic skill, his charisma, the way he interacts, the way he looks at things, his expressions, the way he paces himself, the way he plays off the crowd, the way he plays with the crowd. He's just phenomenal. I think in every single way. I still don't know what they're going to do with Roman Reigns. I mean, where do you go with him? I just don't understand why they didn't have him take control again of the bloodline and keep the bloodline going. I don't understand. I mean, are we ignoring the fact that we got two people calling themselves the tribal chief? And now, I mean, where does that go kind of thing? But that was my case on it with that. But I did think that main event saved night one WrestleMania. I think a lot of people thought that too. I don't like all his pausing to the camera they do today. Yeah, I get that. Let's go into Sunday. Let's start out with the let's get this one out of the way. AJ Styles and Logan Paul. Ethan?
Again, another match that was just a match, and I don't mind Logan Paul, AJ Styles. Right, I'm indifferent about. Like I was never really a fan. So the match to me was a good match. I mean, it wasn't nothing I was like sitting there jotting down like, man, that's going to be match of the night. No, it's just a solid match with two similarly type individuals.
Yeah. High spots galore. Logan Paul, high spots galore. But it's like, when you do all these high spots, you don't know which one the pin's going to come to. That's all my thing on the pin. I thought the match was decent. I was entertained by it. I didn't have any problem with it. And that, though. I thought it was a solid match. Chris?
Super disappointed, bro. I was looking forward to this match more than most of the other matches on the card. I thought that Logan Paul squashed AJ Styles. AJ got what, 2 moves? We're talking about like one phenomenal elbow, not off the top ropes. It was a running, and then he hit the Styles Clash. What other offense did he have that night? I felt like he put Paul over so much, and I felt like I was expecting something from this match to be something like I seen with Logan Paul and Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia. That match I thought was incredible to me because Paul showed his ability. He was entertaining. But I just thought this was a squash match, man. I thought that AJ just got put on the bottom right here. I don't know how much longer AJ has. I just wasn't happy with that one. I was expecting more.
Gotcha. Hammer?
It was a good match. I thought so. I think AJ Styles is still phenomenal in the ring. Very, very predictable match though with Logan Paul going over. That's pretty much all it was.
Logan's a phenomenal athlete, but it seems like he just wants the big high spots instead of telling a story in the ring. I want to see more wrestling inside the ropes and some. He could have probably one of the best drop kicks of anybody with his athleticism, but he doesn't even use it. It's for high spots anymore. That I guess that's what today's wrestling is. Let's talk about the Sin City Street Fight. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Hammer?
Going into this match, I was like, meh. I just don't like Drew McIntyre. I think he looks awesome. I don't really care for Damian Priest. I think he's boring. But I thought this match was pretty entertaining, and I liked it a lot. I was happy for Drew McIntyre.
Cool. So Chris?
I do too, man. I think Priest sucks, man. I'm sorry, but I do. I think he's just pushed too much. He's made too many. He's just botched too much, man. He didn't kick out in one of the pay-per-views. I can't remember the one, but they're pushing too much on him because of his size, his look. I feel like they're trying to put him like he's the Undertaker. He's not even he's not even close. I feel like that you've got, I don't know, Drew, they've kind of put him on the back burner for a long time. I feel like having him come out and kind of, squash Priest this week. He squashed him. I mean, that was my opinion. I thought that Priest got a few offensive moves in, but overall it was putting Drew over. I don't know how Drew hasn't had a run at the title more than what he did during COVID. I thought that he's really mid-card. What is he, feuding with LA Knight right now? The guy's huge. He has the physique. He has the look. He's great on the mic. He's a awesome heel. Completely different than three-man band. Right, like we all got to agree. Like this Drew has come out and changed completely, and I think that the match I was happy with that, man. Up until the AJ match, the one we just talked about, that's the one that put me back to being like, wow, this sucks. But this match I liked a lot. I just thought that Drew deserved it.
Cool, Ethan. What'd you think?
Match was good. I am by far not a Drew McIntyre guy. I just don't know why. I just don't like him, but. For the match they had, him and Damian had probably had their shine. That was their crown jewel match for both of them for a while, because I'm not a Damian Priest guy either. And but they had an entertaining match. It was it was definitely above average for them in my eyes, anyways.
A lot of people saying that. I think after he lost his shine after losing that faction. I still don't know why they made him world champion. I was thinking Damian was going to read this because I don't know how many pay-per-views Drew can go to and be in a big event and then lose. I mean, he was just losing all of his big match. Finally, they put him on a thing, so I was glad to see that. Let's quickly hit the Women's World Championship match. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley. Ethan, what do you think? 10 seconds on that one.
Save the night. Phenomenal match. Rhea, I mean, I love Io Sky, man. She's just a little firecracker. Just the match, like I said, it saved. To me, this was the match that saved WrestleMania.
There you go. Big match. Chris, 10 seconds. What did you think of that one?
Man, I couldn't add more. I agree totally. That was like the best match of all Mania. Like it was stiff. It looked great. The greatest women's match I've ever seen, in my opinion.
There you go. Hammer, what'd you think?
I think it was a great match, fun match to watch. I think the right person won, Io Sky. I think she is a phenomenal champion right now. I think she deserves it. A very fun match where I think everybody shined in this match.
Yeah.
There you go. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought each person was able to show their strength in the match. Nobody really looked bad in the match or came out of that match looking bad. The tag team match, the women's tag team match, Liv and Rachel and Lyra. I mean, to me, say Hammer.
Yeah, the Liv and Raquel and with Lyra Valkyria and when Becky Lynch coming out, I did not care. Once Becky Lynch came out, I was done. I was like, I don't care.
There you go, Chris. What'd you think?
Well, I'm with Hammer, bro. It's snooze fest for me, man. I hate how they just. It made no sense to me. I love Liv Morgan. I think she's great. Great heel. Put her with Dom. I didn't care, man. It was terrible. Terrible story right there.
Ethan?
Agreed. Made no sense. I'm a Liv guy. I love Liv. Like you said, put him with Dom. But no, it's the match itself. Like you said, when Becky came out, it was just like, I know what's going to happen.
I think we all did. And then it was kind of, I mean, if you wanted her, I don't know why you had to make her a tag team champion to make her turn heel. Why didn't you do it at WrestleMania right there? Then the match is not going the way she wants. She didn't like how the rookie was doing anything, and you have her turn there. That's where you do it. But no, you had to put a belt on her. And I think that's what most people were upset about. It's like, she's been gone for so long, and then you come right back in, and if I'm Bayley, I'm like, what the crap was that all about? I've been busting my tail and doing my things. I can understand that. But I said, if you're going to turn her, then do it there at WrestleMania. No better place than to, hey, my rookie is messing me up, and that's the match you do. And then you have her turn on her partner because she's not doing what she's supposed to do. Oh, you're a rookie and you can't do this, and I came all the way back for you to do it, and then turn heel. Then she does a maneuver on, and then she walks out of the ring, and the other tag team's looking at her, and they look at the ref, and they just jump on her and pin her. That was the heel, not to do it on my. That's because they didn't have the storylines to write for Monday Night Raw. That's why. But that was my own take on that. Now let's do the Intercontinental match. Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, Dominic, Ethan. What'd you think of that one? 15 seconds.
Second highlight of night 2. I was happy for Dom. The dude might not be the most talented wrestler on the planet, but
welcome in.
Dude's over, and he plays his role so well. He plays that guy so well, and I just can't help but root for him. So him winning the title, I was like, yeah, I can dig it. I like it.
Gotcha. Chris, what'd you think of it?
I think the same, bro. I've been waiting for Dom for a long time. He's so over, man. Like either heel or face. And I thought that they really put Braun back to the day of when the Intercontinental was a stepping stone. I feel like Braun is definitely going to be, if they continue the path, he's on the path of winning the world championship. So I feel like I wasn't dissatisfied he lost. It's happy Dom won. I love Penta, but I feel like he's better off in the tag division.
Hammer, what'd you think?
To me, this match was so fun. I enjoyed it so much. I'm a big Penta fan. I think all of these guys in this match are fantastic. My opinion, I think the right guy won. I think going forward, this Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor are going to be button heads, and I'm all for it, man. Congratulations to Dom for, hey, not only pulling Rhea Ripley, but got Liv Morgan, and now he's got the Intercontinental title. Bravo, brother. Bravo.
Yeah. I wish I'd have got to seen Braun have a little bit more run with the IC title. Yeah. I think we're in a time and age to where we know this guy's going to be big. Pump the brakes a little bit. Let him have a good run at an IC title before we plummet. Dominic, I think he's still got to work on wrestling stuff, but he's so good everywhere else. And he's spectacular with the fans. Everywhere you see. Nobody has anything bad to say about him. Shadora Sanders, take some notes on how to treat people and how to act and how to be humble and kind. That's how you do it. Love the guy. When he first came in, I was all over him. Like, you stink, dude. Go back to NXT. Work on some of your stuff. But you just can't hate on the guy the way he's pushing at it. The way everything else is rounded into it. He's come full circle on the evolution. Just go back to when he first came in and watch some of his matches. I was like, wow, he's really improved in everything. Even though I still think he's got to work on wrestling stuff. Just to see his character and where he's taken it to. Love it. Like it. Congratulations to him. I thought it was great. Do we really need to go to this one where everybody was wanting to see what do we really need to get in hot topic? Cody Rhodes, John Cena, hot topic.
And make it through.
I'm gonna let you guys go first on this. Let's raise your hand if you want to go first. There you go. Stephen Hammer, you are on the clock here. What did you think of this match? Go.
Listen, John Cena said a couple of weeks ago that he was here to ruin wrestling. When this match happened, I knew it was not going to be a 5-star classic, one that we're all going to go back and watch 5 years from now, a year from now. This match was terrible. John Cena was right. He is ruining wrestling. The match just was not good. The Travis Scott thing was awful. But Cena did tell us he was here to ruin wrestling, and he did. What more do you want? He's the new champion, so there you go.
There you go. All right, Chris Stratton. Let's hear it. What'd you
I'm
think?
going to tell you,
Hold
I'm
on.
so disappointed in the run that this is the
Time
heel
out.
run for Cena.
Hold on 1 second, because I want to clarify.
Sure.
I got it, William. Absolutely. I'm not. The guy has the skills, this, that, and the other, and whatever. I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm clear. I think it's humility and all
It's
the
the
things he was
circus.
doing, everything around him, the building a whole room before you got drafted, the legendary thing to him. I think you're setting that guy up, and there was not any humility. And then the way he interviewed, telling you pass on me, I'm a franchise changer. It was all that. I think that people were just afraid of, but I think he's got the talent. But I hope he succeeds. But that was
But-
my comment on that win.
They showed an interview with Cam Ward and Sanders were having an interaction, and they're like, "This is the difference why Cam Ward went number 1 overall and Sanders went." So Sanders was talking to Cam Ward and was like, "So besides football, man, what do you do? What are you doing all this?" And Cam Ward looked at him and says, "I'm a football player, and I'm gonna be known as a football player, and that's it."
Gotcha. Well, we'll address this in the last 5 minutes of the show and see what we'll even see what Chris thinks about it. But I wanted to address that I wasn't on his talent or anything. I think people were just afraid of what comes with that, and humility I think is what he needs. Chris, the Cena match, Cody Rhodes. What'd you think of it? Let it out. Hear it. Let's hear it. Vent.
Man, I've been waiting since 2005 or 2006 since for Cena to turn. I've been booing him forever. Everybody's been booing him forever. I went to Backlash, a press conference back in 2006. It was after the Mania where Triple H tapped out. So I was there. It was in Lexington, Kentucky. Dude, I booed him out of the building. Like, it was a room that was a press conference with like maybe 60, 70 people. It was so bad they only aired clips of it. Was how loud we were about Cena, how bad he sucked. Like we were complaining so bad, but like they only show certain clips. If you YouTube that, it's like Triple H dancing. I was there. I've been booing him that long. I'll wait for this heel turn, and this is the heel turn we got, where we got The Rock showing up at Elimination Chamber. What's he doing? And he doesn't show up at WrestleMania to continue the story. Like, I feel like they really dropped the ball on Cena turning heel, Cena 17th championship. I thought that this is nowhere near Hogan turning NWO. This is nowhere near him dropping the leg drop on Macho Man. There's no way. Like, we waited this long for a heel Cena run. I'm glad, glad we've got the ability to see him fight Orton. He's probably going to fight Punk. I just really feel like they could have had a lot better run with Cena being healed than what we've seen. Like, none of it makes any sense to me. Travis Scott, he's 110 pounds, 5 foot. I mean, come on. I mean, how is this going to be the dude that comes in and costs Cody his run to be able to give Cena his 17th championship? I don't get it, man. It was really disappointing because I've been waiting for 20 years for this. And for them to bring out Travis Scott and Cena, just not have The Rock out there, they could really have something better than this. Why not send out one of the Usos, or why not send out? I feel like Solo. There were so many opportunities there for them to be able to send out somebody for The Rock. If he couldn't be there, send somebody out other than 100-pound dude with a Raggedy championship. Like, I don't know. I didn't get that part, man, at all.
I feel you. I got you. Ethan, your take on that main event? Let it out, vent. Tell me what you think.
Okay, so I've never been a Cena guy. I'm just not a Cena guy, and this was the flattest heel turn imaginable. WWE missed out so badly. I'm sorry The Rock couldn't be there. The Rock is a 5-hour private jet flight away from being anywhere, and they should have had him there. This was WrestleMania. He should have ran his interference. You missed out on Stone Cold. You missed out on so many opportunities. And another thing, when you talk about calling matches, John Cena, call it quieter. I'm tired of hearing you yell at Cody again for half the match, man. Like, I'm sorry. Cena needs to make way for younger people. Becky needs to make way. There's just so many people that need to make way for younger people, and just doesn't do it for me. It just didn't. ending Cody's road you knew it was going to end because you knew they were going to give it to Cena. You knew they were going to give him it just all was just terrible. And that's why WrestleMania was a 4.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Cena, so a lot of people unhappy with that. Is it my turn? Is it me? Is it really on me? Hope Chris is okay. I was not falling off. I think he just went off camera for a second. Take your time, buddy. First of all, Ric Flair is a 21-time champion, so he's not broken anything. I don't know where they're getting that crap, but they need to start counting their crap better. To me, you get to this match, and when I saw Stone Cold coming out I was like, he's not coming out. You had the opportunity to write a script that Rock could have interfered. And then right when the middle of Rock was interfering, all of a sudden you hear the glass break. You could have probably had the top 3, top 2, top 1 pop of all time to Stone Cold coming in. And when he dropped the hand, I'm there for you, buddy, if you need me. Because Stone Cold was finally at a WrestleMania and you had him there and all you had him do was go round and round on a stupid thing and come announce the thing. That you chose. I get social media and this, that, and the other, but I don't care how many millions of followers you got. Some people don't know who you are, and you have no business being in the wrestling stuff. But you bring out Travis freaking Scott, a guy that has no business being involved in this mess. I have no idea why he's in, or we've not even been told why he's in this storyline. We have a storyline that's been started by The Rock because Cody wanted you to sell your soul. We never know what that meant. We still haven't found out what that meant. Then it's given to Cena because we see, so Cena takes it and you've never told why or what he's getting because of that. Still not involved and indulged into that. And then you start all that and then you don't show up on the biggest event of the year out of all of them. You don't show up. It is a blunder. And I'm starting to wonder, is there something going on? And I believe it. There's something going on between Triple H and Rock. If you go back to when Triple H has said, there's some people in this business that think that, and all the buck stops with me. And that was done before WrestleMania. And I think that was a kind of a shot I call these shots here. You just sit on the board. And I'm like a lot of people, the Rock's got balls. When you sit on a board, you don't have any say-so without the other board voting with you. You're just a board member, and we don't know how many board members there are in WWE. I don't think The Rock has the ultimate power in WWE at all. I think Triple H has more power than he does. But something's going on, but you can't start a storyline and then not finish it. And then you went on and made it worse by going on the Pat McAfee show and running your mouth to where on the Pat McAfee show, he says, I think the final work is done and he doesn't need me and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't about he didn't need you. You started something you needed to finish. And you said on that show, I think the final boss work is done. 18 minutes later, yes, I timed it. 18 minutes later, The Rock also says, we'll go back to the soul thing. Which is it, dude? If you're done or not done. I think there's 100% more to the story than we're being told on this. And like I said, I think it's Triple H and him have a little bit of heat on something. I mean, Triple H didn't even mention The Rock in his Hall of Fame speech. And it mentioned just about every other Attitude star in that era when they were together. But all this coming out and all these interviews and all this stuff, just because we know it's a work, doesn't mean we have to listen and hear the behind the scenes stuff. Let kayfabe leave a little bit. But I was very disappointed in this to where you don't even show up. I wanted to see something. And you bring out a guy to show up. And this doofus takes 3 minutes and 7 seconds to get to the ring. And I just think it's clear that no showing WrestleMania has killed the process and what could have been one of the best storylines that we've had in a while. You know, The Rock sold this WrestleMania. The sales were down a little bit going into WrestleMania, and he goes in there and shows it and says this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. And then even at WrestleMania, there was T-shirts. Finally, The Rock has come back to Las Vegas. And people said, oh, that was from the time before. I don't care if they were a time before. You're selling those at WrestleMania. They were selling those at WrestleMania. I just think it's a fan's disappointment, and I think he specifically threw WWE Creative underneath the bus by having this goal to, you know, we have to finesse things a bit. All the stuff that he said on Pat McAfee show, I think said it made it so much worse.
I think it's kind of known for Rock's wanting to take over things, because I've heard a couple of stories, even on the Fast and Furious franchises. That's why him and Vin Diesel don't get along, is because The Rock came in and wanted to take over. The Rock came in and took over. So, you know, it's just ego. I think that's what it comes down to is you got Triple H's ego versus The Rock's ego, and The Rock's ego is just huge.
Right. But it's your biggest pay-per-view. It's your big, I'm saying pay-per-view. It's your biggest, what do they call them now?
PLE.
It's your biggest one. And that's where we leave it at. Is this guy coming down? You could have had so many other things involved. You could have had Rollins come down. You could have had Heyman. You can get so many people, but you get this guy who we don't even know why he's involved. It's your biggest one. It's supposed to be dropping. It's supposed to be over the top. It's supposed to be involved. And it's supposed to, you know, and if The Rock wasn't going, you still had a guys sitting around the table like what we're doing here. And we go, yep, Travis Scott is it. I mean, you could have had the ultimate thing to where, you know, Stone Cold gets involved and then Triple H doesn't like it. And here comes Triple H out there too. That's what people want to see. They want to see in that WrestleMania, the over-the-top fiasco, the over-the-top event of this. And I think that's what, you know, people want to see. And I think we got, you know, cheated out of this. And a lot of people are scratching their heads to this. A lot of podcasts are scratching their heads. Conrad can't understand this. Many wrestlers beforehand can't understand this. I just don't understand where we're going with the storyline. When you started it, you should finish it. And the other thing is, I'm disappointed in, if Cena's going to turn heel, go heel, bro. Stop wearing those stupid positive messages still off your t-shirts because you're still trying to sell merch. It's like he's trying to sit on the fence with still being this and sell all those positive, his hats and this, blah, 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 while trying to be heel. It's not working. Either be heel and have t-shirts. I get the John Cena black, whatever. Then just come out with it. It would be great for just a black t-shirt with white letters that says John Cena. You think people won't buy those too? But if you're going to crap all over the kids, you're still coming out here with a hat, respect, earn, and blah, blah. Be heel or get out of the way. Any other topics on something that I've said? I mean, what y'all take on Travis Scott? That's who we brought out. Travis freaking Scott.
Maybe my age just shows, man. But like, I'm 38. I have no idea who Travis Scott is. I don't really care for him, to be honest with you. Especially in a WrestleMania. You know, I would understand it at the Elimination Chamber. It's a smaller pay-per-view. Hey, but this WrestleMania is for hardcore wrestling fans. I don't give two flips about Travis Scott. I thought it was good that Cody Rhodes was able to get his, his revenge on Travis Scott and hit him with the Crossroads. But it made no damn sense to me. I'm sorry.
Ethan?
Again, I can give two what's about Travis Scott. It didn't make no sense, and it's not going to make any sense, and
yeah,
that's what we were left with.
Still don't know who he is. And when we watch our WrestleManias, some kid's going to grow up, or some of our kids, or some that are too little, is going to grow up watching these WrestleMania moments. And this guy's going to be, he's going to fly, just like most of these hit artists and whatever, one hit wonders. I think that's what he is, because I don't know who he is. That's going to be forever. And 25 years from now, we're going to have WrestleMania moments, and that's going to come out, and everybody's going to go, who was that guy? Because that's who you picked out. Somebody sat around the boardroom and blah, 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 blah. The only thing that I can think of is Triple H was like, this is the way you wanted to go with it, buddy? You didn't show up? Let it falter. And I think Triple was like, I guarantee you won't, the board will listen to me when I say, quit having people involved when they don't need to be. Go make your movies or be in wrestling. If you're going to be in wrestling, be involved all the way through it. Otherwise, get out. I don't care, because it was I wasted my time with that crap.
Yeah, let me just say, like, normally after WrestleMania, like, I get pretty hyped, right? I'm excited for what the future is going to hold. And but when that match ended, I was like, oh, okay. And I put my phone down and I just went to sleep. I wasn't excited. I didn't jump at the press conference to see what was going to be said and what were people saying online. I was just like, man, that was just really kind of disappointing, and just
how many WrestleManias you cannot count how many people run out and cameos and this, that, and the other. Did we have what, one or two? One? Was that the only one of somebody running in and doing something? I can't think of another one. How crappy is that? I just thought it was bad. All the way around. And David, I want you to type in the comments. You were there at WrestleMania. I really want to know what people around you sitting there. I think Ricky's still in. Anybody was at WrestleMania, and after that, watching this, what was the people's reactions around you after it was over that were watching it? What was their reaction to all this?
I mean, let's just be honest. It's going to be hard to top last year's WrestleMania main event. That whole entire sequence and the whole story with Cody and Roman, fantastic. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo, Cena, Rock, Undertaker, all of that was incredible. So yeah, maybe all of us as wrestling fans set our expectations too high for this match, but still, so much more could have happened. You could have filled in some of these gaps and everything and made the story a lot better, but it just was not good.
You could have still saved it. Even though Travis Scott came out, you still could have sent Stone Cold out there to do something, or somebody else. I mean, I just can't believe that these brilliant minds sat around and it's okay. They're going to make them some stupid special about the writing and leading involved and all the stuff that they've been recording up to WrestleMania behind the scenes of the writing table. Go ahead. Let me see which one of you idiots were sitting around and thought that was a good idea at the end of the day. Y'all want to pull the trade? Remember, they're going to pull that there's going to be this new thing coming on, pulling back, and we're going to show the writer's room and leading up to WrestleMania. Go ahead. I guarantee you we won't see any footage of these idiots sitting around and being like, yeah, Travis Scott, that's a good idea. That's a good idea there, Triple H. Stupid morons. Chris, tell me about it. Flex on it.
Oh, man, there's a waste of time. We've been waiting 2 years. Like, where's The Rock? Like, you don't come out at what's the 2? And then if you can remember, like, I was thinking that's how much I felt deceived, and like it was like a ripoff. Like, he was giving hand gestures with the cutthroat. It was like 2 and then 3. I thought that they ruined Cena's heel turn. That's the biggest thing. Like, The Rock could have come out. This could have been huge, man. He didn't even have to do anything. He could have just come out. And for him to just to not show up, and you send out a guy, my goodness, man, the dude is literally probably 120 pounds, like 5 foot tall in real life. How is this guy making impact in the 17th championship win for John Cena? That's who we have help John Cena win break Ric Flair's record. I just thought that it was terrible. Like, oh man, I think they could have sent out somebody with a bloodline, anybody with The Rock. The Rock could have not been there if he didn't want to. He should have been there, man. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I'm a huge Rock fan. Old school Rock fan since '98 when he won the title at Survivor Series. They were at Rupp Arena the next night. I was there when he fought Stone Cold. I've been a fan since then, but it just, I mean, him not to show up and then have this storyline that's built up, I feel like for 2 years. I don't think it just involves John Cena for 2 years, but the final boss, him being involved and him not to be there, Travis Scott was a huge letdown, man. I mean, we all agree with that. And I just thought that Cena being where he was at with this reign, it means something, bro. It means something to us. We've been watching for a long time, all of us. Ric Flair means a lot to me. That 16th reign meant a lot. And when you just give it to someone and the heel run could have been something that on another level, in my opinion, if you just had The Rock come out. He didn't have to do anything. He could have just, like I said, sent somebody and had a Titantron promo to where he sent someone out that was part of it to where it made sense. Now they're just going to kind of squash it, I feel like, and Cena's going to run off and have these money making matches, which is what I feel like now we seen. They brought The Rock in, he did his stuff, they sold WrestleMania out, made no sense. It just was a money issue, and I was like, man, I was looking forward to it. So with it ending the way it did, with Cena first, I've been waiting a long time for Cena to turn heel, and then The Rock not to come out and be able to show his face at least. Man, it just, to me, he dropped the ball, bro. The match sucked bad. Cena sucks anyway. Everybody knows Cena sucks. He can't wrestle.
Yeah, he
He's
kind
got
of
five moves. We got John Cena, Roman Reigns. There's not a lot of difference. They have 5 moves set. They got the comeback just like Hogan. I love Hogan, but it's true. You got the comeback, and for you to wait that long for someone to turn heel, and that's what we're seeing right now. It's like, I don't know, man.
If that happens, if this happens, Cena, Travis Scott, if that happens, boy, I'm done with WWE with that kind of crap. If that happens, David Johnson said that the people around were like, "Is that it? That's it." He was there. He says people were like, "That's it? Such a crappy ending." I imagine they were upset, and I just thought it was bad, and for Rock not to show up when you started it, and then you made it twice as bad by going on there saying, "Well, it's done," but no, it's not done. We're going to revisit this whole thing. Now, I think y'all are all scrambling, and I think Triple H is letting it happen because you were involved. This was your baby. You didn't want to finish it. That's on you. But it sucks that it happened at WrestleMania. But anyway, man, I appreciate you two guys coming on talking with WrestleMania and keeping you as long as we did. We appreciate. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. You can type in what you thought about the Heenan heel turn. We got about 5 more minutes left in the show, but Chris, I appreciate you coming on, man. Stephen Hammer, I appreciate you coming on, buddy. Thanks for all the support that you do in the background, and we appreciate it, guys. Give them DDK in there. Chris and Hammer, thank you guys so much for coming on, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.
That was cool with us, you guys. Gave us some great insight. Gave us some great stuff. That was cool with them. Yeah, he's terrible at a heel. Either do it or don't do it. Get away with it. He's halfway on this thing with all the merch, and then go heel. I would have gone completely bald and then come out with a black shirt that just says John Cena. You want merch? You won't get it. You ungrateful. Then go all in with it. Don't go half tail. I did want to tell everybody that I appreciate all the people that have reached out and sent me well wishes and thanks to everybody that did that. I appreciate that. We had a great night talking tonight with Jay-Z Figz from Instagram. You got to make sure you go over to Instagram and check him out. Just an awesome dude. Make sure you check him out over on his Instagram account at JC Figz with a Z. He's also got 10% off at Figures Toy Company, Redcon 1, and ENT Earth. So when you buy your figures, use that coupon. It helps him out and it helps you out too. Pretty cool and all that. Yeah. So we appreciate him coming on the show tonight and doing that. Check out Stephen Hammer and all his belt reviews, the great stuff that he got. Congratulations again to Antonio Mendoza and his picture of the week. That belt that you're seeing right now until tomorrow night is $300. That's a custom strap, Ultimate Warrior strap that is on that Winged Eagle, $300. So that if you guys are watching that tonight. You might want to go check that out again. And make sure next Thursday you guys check out again Spanning the Globe podcast, Thursday nights, 8 p.m., 7 Central. Those guys did a great job. Check out what they did. Check out C4 Authentic Belts. They're taking you back to like it's 1986. We had a good time. Next week we've got a really good show too. Should we say who the guest is? Next week, right here, Hazard F5 will be joining the program. He is a legendary figure in the belt community for a long time. He will be joining us on the program. Hazard F5 joining us. And then 2 weeks from tonight, on May 17th, we've got Super Dave and Amy from their show, the Super Dave Show that they've got on Tuesday nights. So we're going to interview both of them and talk about their show, talk to Super Dave and all their stuff with wrestling. We've got them coming up too. So a lot of great things we've got on here. Ethan, everybody give a shout out to Ethan. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you again soon, man.
Peace out, brothers. You guys be good.
You too, buddy. Well, thanks also to all of you that reached out to me and sent me nice messages and good stuff. I appreciate all that. Thanks again to Mark Laverty for this spectacular shirt. I'm part of the crew now. Spanning the Globe got one. Now I've got one. Ultimate Cuddle shirts. Thanks so much. Also to Ashley Southern Designs. Great packaging. And then she put a sticker on there. Go see her for all your t-shirt needs. She makes mugs. She can put anything on the cup on it. She makes mugs. She makes stickers. She makes t-shirts. Go see her. She's a person that supports our community. So go support her. Ashley Southern Designs. If you can't find where that is at, hit up Mark Maggard. It's his daughter. Go support her. All the stuff that she does. Great stuff. We appreciate it. Next week, we're going to have a great time. We got some stuff to discuss, and we'll get to some hobby drama. But again, next week, make sure you're turned into here, right here on Double Dropkick. We'll have another great time. We'll have another DDK Saturday night with Hazard F5. It's going to be a blast. So I thank you all so much. I'm so glad to be back right here. And we're going to see you next week for another great episode of Double Dropkick Podcast. Thank you guys so much. Remember, stay kind, stay safe, and stay humble. We'll see you next Saturday night right here on Double Dropkick Podcast. Good night, everybody.